pivotal. So, hello guys again. Day 172 and day 22. It should have been the day should have been nothing. But anyways, so now we just continue with the Genki that we left off yesterday, and hopefully today is going to be longer than yesterday's and than the past few days, because I want to do these two videos. So wait, we are 18. I want to go to lesson 21.
The only thing
And we need to adjust the voice. USB.
I really cared about that was in there at the time was that journal.
Okay. So yeah, hopefully today we watch these two, and tomorrow we remain lesson 23 for
I
tomorrow.
had 4 months of travel. Basically, blogs are... Te aru is used for things that were te oku'd by someone. And you basically just take the te form and add the verb aru onto it as an auxiliary verb. So what te aru is
easy.
there's no actor in a te aru sentence. So what happens is, for example, if someone wants to tell me that dinner is made, not that they made it. For example, maybe Yuki says, dinner's made. That's when you use a te aru form, as opposed to saying, I made dinner. It may have been her that made dinner, but the emphasis of the sentence is that it's finished. It's already made, or it's been made for a purpose and it's done. Maybe something is, I turned on the heater in the room.
Things that were teok. Things that were teok. Teokut by someone. Teokut by someone. Te form plus aru. Easy.
Aru is there's no actor in a te aru sentence. So what happens is, for example, if someone wants to tell me that dinner is made, not that they made it. For example, maybe Yuki says, dinner's made. That's when you use a te aru form, as opposed to saying, I made dinner. It may have been her.
Yesterday I wanted to look up something, but I forgot. Okay. I just want to check the complete list. The list of Genki grammar points. Index. Here is a list of Genki 1 and 2 grammar. Okay. Olaf College. It's the same. So we have, I just want to see them all in one list. Let's just start from below. Genki 2. We are about Tearu, okay. What is Tearu? Genki 2, okay. Transitive pairs. Tsumorida. U and Ruva. Wait, that's not the complete list. Wait, I don't like it like this. I don't like this list. Maybe I will sit down and write all the grammar points and make my own list. Posters. Formal verbs, to form progressive, teimasem. Okay, this looks like a good list. Okay, I will sit down and write all of the Genki grammar points. I think yeah, I need a clear list. What are cheat sheet? Okay, anyways. So, and something else I wanted to search for now.
That made dinner. But the emphasis of the sentence
Wanted to search something else also, but I forgot. Grammar point and how many uses of te form? How many uses of te form? Te can attach to 4 different word types. Verbs, yeah, but how many uses though? Verbs and e adjectives conjugate or change their shape to te form. What are the uses of te? Okay, anyways.
is that it's finished. It's already made, or it's been made for a purpose and it's done. Maybe something is, I turned on the heater in the room so that the room is warm when we get there. That sentence would be with te oku. I turned on the heater in the room so that it would be warm when we get there. But if you just want to say, oh, the heater's already on in the room, that's when you're going to use te aru. The heater's already on. So there's no actor in a te aru sentence. That's the first thing to keep in mind. Let's go over some examples and it should make it a little bit more clear.
Tsukutte arimasu.
Tsukutte arimasu. It has been made already. Simple sentence. Tsukutte arimasu. It has been made. Kaite aru. It has been written. Benkyou shite arimasu. I have it studied. So it could be me that did the studying. It could be in some situations.
So what's the difference between te aru and passive sentences? I have it studied. Have studied. Benkyou shite arimasu. It has been written. Benzerka, how is it going? How are you? So yeah, we continue with where we left off. But I'm trying to figure out what's the difference between te aru and passive voice. I'm good. I am very good. Today is going to be longer one. So as we said yesterday, I'm going to finish this 25 minutes. Plus we watched lesson 22 as well. So we're going to be left off with only one video for tomorrow. And we finish Genki. But I don't understand what's the difference between te aru and passive voice.
The victim crimes and things are a little bit more accurate. They say stabbed.
Kani sasareta. I was bitten by a mosquito. Maybe the passive voice is that there is the act of biting has an actor, but te aru doesn't have.
Finished.
Te aru doesn't have an actor, doesn't have a doer. So tsukutte arimasu, it has been made already, doesn't have a doer. Hello Yuki, how is it going? How are you, Yo? So yeah, we continue with where we left off yesterday. And we hopefully today will be a long one. Hopefully today will be a longer one. Longer than yesterday.
Sentence. That's the first thing to keep in mind. Let's go over some examples and it should make it a little bit more clear.
So Yuki, I'm trying to figure out what's the difference between te aru and passive voice. Passive sentences. But I think my assumption is that passive sentences, the action, the act, has an actor, has a doer. But tearu doesn't have a doer. The action does not have a doer. It has been made. It has been written. Kai tearu. You cannot say there is no doer. We don't know the doer. We don't know the actor of the action.
であります。It has been made
It has been
already.
made.
Simple sentence. 作ってあります。It has been made.
書
書いてある。
いてある。
It has been
Has been
written.
written.
勉強してあります。
勉強してあります。
I haven't studied. So it could be me that did the studying. It
We're
could
not
be
sure.
in some situations, but it's not necessarily obvious that it's the person speaking that did it.
It's not obvious. We don't have a doer. But in passive sentences, we know it has been done by someone. So there is a victim, there is an act, and there is a doer.
お茶を作ってありますよ。Tea is made
I
and
think
waiting.
that's the case. I think that's the case. Yeah. It's clear. I think it's clear from the sentences also. You see the examples.
Had my snacks found on me. So when we're talking about
by a dog, by someone, it has a doer. The passive voice has a doer, has someone does.
the passive form in a negative sense, you can sort of add the words on me. I had this happen to me, or someone did this on me. I guess is the similar English. We wouldn't necessarily use that in English in sentences like this, but it's the only way I could really sort of express. I have it studied. So it could be, it's not that did it. お茶を作ってありますよ。Tea is made and waiting. So once again here, it may be the speaker that made the tea.
You can break the tearu down quite literally. Te form plus exists. Yeah, te form plus exists. So on programmer. Tearu. Maybe this explanation helps. About tearu. So tearu is a passive voice, but it has been done. Something is done. Something has been done. Remaining state. So has been done on its own. There is no doer. There is no one does something. Like verb teiru, tearu is a structure that will convey an ongoing state. However, that is where the similarities stop. Tearu may only be used with transitive verbs and highlights only with transitive verbs. Transitive have an object, okay, and highlights the object itself as being the subject of the sentence, rather than initial person thing that performed the action. Because aru is being used, it highlights the object as being inanimate or unable to undo the action that was performed on it. Due to this, tearu is regularly translated as to be left or remain, left A or remain A, where A is the original verb that somebody performed on the object. あなたの弁当は your box lunches 机の上に it's on the desk 置いてある are left, are put on top of the desk. I have left your lunch on the table. 置いてある Literally, your lunch is in the state of having been left on the table. Your あなたと弁当は机の上に置いてあるよ are left on the table. But in English, you would say, I have left your lunch. But in Japanese, there is no doer. By someone, by who? We don't know by who. There is no by. Unlike passive sentences, which you have to say by who? By a stranger, by a mosquito, by a dog. Tearu as benzerka, I think of it as describing how the lunch exists. How the lunch exists, yeah, te form plus aru plus exist. So it exists on the table. Yes, the actor is always left out. In a normal passive sentence, you can include it, not a must. Not a must. But you can understand from the context who is the actor. The lunch exists in a state of being left on the table. I think you can read it as this. Yes. Kuruma wa chushajo. I parked. Chushajo, I parked. Chushajo no mannaka ni tomete aru. I parked the car in the middle of the parking lot. Mannaka, in the middle. Okay.
車は駐車場の真ん中に止めてある。車は駐車場の真ん中に止めてある。あなたの弁当は机の上に置いてあるよ。庭にトウモロコシが植えてあるから気をつけてね。
気をつけてね。Corn has been planted in the yard, so please be careful. 気をつけてね。Has been planted. But by who, no one knows. Ga may mark the object in these sentences when the action itself involves some kind of preparation. Examples are as follows. Yoyaku, reservation, requires the investment to reserve. Junbi, preparation, okay. Roku, okay, anyways. So yeah, I think I understand.
このドアは開けてある。
このドアは開けてある。
このドアは開けてある。In my brain, te aru is not really its own grammar point. It's just te form and aru, if that makes sense. So it's not a grammar point, it's just te and aru. So it describes a state of being left on the table. It describes the existence, the state of the thing. I think I can understand.
このドアは開けてある。
このドアは開けてある。The door has been left open. It describes the state of the door. It's opened.
テレビ台の上に置いてあるよ。
テレビ台の上に置いてあるよ。It has been placed on top of this TV stand.
明日の準備してあるんですか？
明日の準備してあるんですか？ Have tomorrow's preparations been done? So, there is no need to write by. By who, we don't know. Just a state, just describing a state. No one is doing, there is no actor.
明日の準備をしてあるのでもう寝ます。
It just describes a state of something. Okay, I think I can understand.
Fine, let's go over some examples and it should make it a little bit more clear. So, 作ってあります some situations, but it doesn't necessarily, it's not necessarily obvious that it's the person speaking that did it.
Exactly, there is nothing happening, there is no verb, of course. Describe the state of something.
でありますよ。
No one does anything, yes, of course.
T is
If you ignore the fact Japanese uses a verb for existence.
made and wait.
Wait, a verb, you mean aru, no? Existence. So aru is the verb for existence, basically. But we can understand it that it's just a description. It just is a description.
Once again here, it may be the speaker that made the tea, but it might not be. That's not what's important in the sentence. The important part of the sentence is that the tea is made.
The tea is made. So the tea is made. Ocha o tsukutte arimasu yo. The tea is made. We don't need to say who made the tea or just the tea is made. Description of the state of the tea. what is the tea doing? The tea is just made.
In this
No, we don't need to say who made the tea or when we made the tea. Just tea or cha o tsukutte arimasu.
sentence, the important part of this sentence is that the tea is made. 私たちの部屋のヒーターがつけてあります. So we talked about this earlier. The heater in a room has been turned on.
On its own, just turned on. But just the state of the heat.
In our situation, Yuki probably did it. There's no one else in the house that could have, so it's probably her, and I know that, but that's not what's important. That's not what's being presented here. It's that
Only
the heater is on.
the state of the heater only.
私たちの部屋のヒー
茶が作ってあります. It's important that you use が. お茶が Wait, there is no が. お茶が作ってあります. He's used お though.
ヒーターがつけてあります。牛乳が
Wait, so you mean this is mistake? You mean he made a mistake here?
買ってありますか？うん、買ってあ
I have to look it up again.
るよ。牛乳 The heater is on. 私たちの部屋のヒーターがつけてあります。
To be sure, okay. Wait, something on the other, on what Benzerka said about ga and something about ga. I think I read something about ga here. Ga may mark the object in these sentences when the action itself involves some kind of preparation. Examples are as follows: reservation, preparation, recording. In situations that involve no real preparation, opening a door, for example, or will be preferred when marking the object. So when you prepare something to do something in preparation for the future, you use ga. But when something that involves no preparation, just is describing the state of something. So in this case, ocha o tsukutte arimasu yo. Tea is made. Just describing the state of the tea, you use o. If you want to say ocha ga tsukutte arimasu yo, ocha ga tsukutte arimasu yo, it means that the tea is prepared, but you have to use this verb, which is junbi. Ocha ga junbitte arimasu yo. Oh, okay, then dependent on the situation, both o and ga can be used. When action involves some kind of examples are, I don't know, can you use ga with tsukutte? Can you use ga with tsukutte? Here it says reservation yoyaku, junbyo, and rokuon. Not sure, to be honest. このドアは開けてある。I think you probably can. I imagine it might be preferred. You can, yeah. So you can use it with tsukutte. Ocha ga tsukutte arimasu yo. So the tea is prepared for us to drink. If you want to say that we are waiting to drink, but I wouldn't claim to know. Maybe we can use. But anyways, let's just see other examples.
牛乳が買ってありますか？
買ってありますか？
うん、買ってあるよ。
買ってあるよ。
Has milk been bought? 牛乳が買ってありますか？
Here we use ga. Well, when you make tea as a form of preparation, junbi, even though you used yes, you as a form of, here for example, 牛乳が買ってありますか? It has the milk been bought for preparation, to show preparation.
So I'm asking here, has milk been bought? I just read the English, right? So it's not did you buy milk? It's do we have milk is what's more being implied here.
But also we can use 牛乳を買ってありますか？牛乳を。No, wait, it sounds like we cannot use を。It doesn't rhyme with 牛乳を買ってありますか？牛乳が買って、maybe because it's a question, you have to use が。My Japanese sensor in my brain doesn't allow me to use を。
Have we bought milk? Something like that. 買ってあるよ. Yeah, I already have it
My Japanese filter language doesn't allow me to use を。
bought, or I already have bought it. Now,
But I don't know
this
why.
doesn't necessarily mean that B, speaker B, is the one that did the buying. It just means that this sentence literally means, yes, we have milk. That's what it's emphasizing here. But it could be B that bought it, but that's not what's important. Okay, enough of that. And that's it. That's literally it. Super simple. Here is the dialogue.
Yeah, but I
Ando-san
think we needed more explanation for O and Ga, to be honest.
is jumping into the picture.
He didn't do-
Tadaima.
But if it is a preparation for a big party, etc., you may be able to use O. Preparation for a big party. Okay. But I think what missing from this playlist is a little bit more explanation. So I watched almost 21 videos and he just explains a little bit each grammar point and puts examples, but he doesn't explain further. Like there are a lot of things that need more explanation. I think that's why I don't get a lot of points, because he doesn't explain a lot of
ダ
things.
イマってここに住んでいないでしょ。まあな、車にガソリン入れてある？
Yeah, Renshu also didn't go into detail. That is why I thought it's always Ga.
San is just
Yeah, sometimes you need more explanations. Yeah, so yeah, nobody is perfect. I think everyone misses a lot of points. So I don't know. Did we gain something from watching these two playlists? From watching Tokiniandi? Maybe we gained something, but no, I don't think we gained a lot from what we read from Genki, from the book. But maybe I understood a couple of things. But I needed more explanation, to be honest. Some grammar points I was looking forward to more explanation, but he didn't
that's literally
explain a
could
lot
be
of
B that
things.
bought it, but that's not what's important. Well, here is the dialogue. Ando-san is
Tadaimasu.
jumping into the picture. Tadaima.
ただいま。
ただいま
ただいま
っ
ってて、
ここに住んでいないでしょ。
住んでいないんでしょ。
まあな、
まあな。
車に
車に
ガソリン入れてある？え？入れてないよ。
入れてないよ。
なんでだよ。
Taikim, I think Taikim explains better. Wait. Lost. I pressed the scroll and I got lost. Taikim grammar guide. Taikim doesn't really mention it either. The O and Ga using tearu for resultant states. Preparation. Junbyo, do, mo, suru. Anyways. Apparently enough, just like there is an aru to go with iru, there is a tearu. Okay, from that also has a special tearu form that also has a special meaning. By replacing iru with aru, instead of a continuing action, it becomes a resultant state, either an action taking place. Usually the expression, the completed action also carries a nuance of being completed in preparation for something else. Yeah. I understand this by now. Since this grammar describes the state of a completed action, it is common to see the wa and mo particles instead of o particles. Explanation. Junbyo wa dou desu ka? How are the preparations? Junbyo wa mou shite aru yo. Preparations are already done. Ryoko no something wa 計画は終わった。Are the plans for the trip complete? Okay. Dictionary form. Okay, it doesn't mention it, but okay, nothing new. So O here, because not only did I buy the ticket, I also took care of the hotel reservation. Yeah, nothing new. He didn't add anything new. I think I understand Tearu, but this O and Ga part, maybe
確
you
か
need more
に
explanation later.
入れてあるなんてここに
ここに
住んで
住んでい
いないでしょ
ないでしょ。
まあな車にガソリン入れてあるえ入れてないよなんでだよ確かにガソリンが少ないなって思ったもう入れろよ Full speed ただいまってここに住んでいないよここに住んでいないでしょまあな車にガソリン入れてある入れてないよなんでだよ確かにガソリンが少ないなって思ったもう入れろよ Let's go with the English ただいま I'm home ただいまってここに住んでいないでしょ You're home? You don't live here, you know, or right? まあな Well, yeah 車にガソリンを入れてある Is there gas put in the car? So there's our
車にガソリンを
Is there gas in the car? She's indirectly asking if Ano-san put gas in the car. But all she's actually asking is
In Renshu, Ga O is more explained in the notes left by the users. I'd wish they'd include it into the regular explanation for their grammar point, rather than leaving it to the users for clarifications. A lot of things, That's what I was telling you, Yuki. You remember? We need more teachers. We need more people explaining things. Not everyone covers every grammar point, and there are not enough clarifications. There are not enough explanations. That's the goal of this channel, is to teach. I want to teach. I want to learn things and synthesize them and explain them with my own words, you know? And teach. We need more teachers. The world needs more teachers and more explanations.
Is there gas in the car?
Tokirandi doesn't explain everything, and Renshu also doesn't explain everything.
There's an actor in a teiru form, right? The ガソリンを入れている I'm putting gas in. So they're actually completely different meanings. 入れている If I were to say 今ガソリンを入れている I'm in the process of putting gas in the car. It's the present continuous, so the action is ongoing. It doesn't necessarily describe a state of being. Only for certain verbs does the teiru form describe a state of beings. 入れている does not qualify as one of those verbs. 入れている means I'm putting it in right now. I'm putting gas in. So 入れてある means there is gas in the car. So 結婚している that means
wait,
I'm
again.
Necessarily completely different meanings. 入れている I'm putting gas in. So they're actually completely different.
入れている I'm putting gas. Okay, yeah, いるている
So there's our te aru sentence. Is there gas in the car? She's indirectly asking if Ano-san put gas in the car. But all she's actually asking is there gas in the car? There's an actor in a teiru form, right? The ガソリンを入れている I'm putting gas in. So they're actually completely different meanings. 入れている If I were to say 今ガソリンを入れている I'm in the process of putting gas in the car.
Okay.
It's the present continuous, so the action is ongoing. It doesn't necessarily describe a state of being. Only for certain verbs does the teiru form describe a state of beings. 入れている does not qualify as one of those verbs. 入れている means I'm putting it in right now. I'm putting gas in. So 入れてある means there is gas in the car. So 結婚している that means I am in the state of being married. 結婚している But not all verbs are like that with the teiru form. There's only some of them. So te aru describes a state of being that has been brought into being and
State
is
of
still the
being.
case. So I believe te aru forms can only be used with transitive verbs because there had to be an action undertaken. So shimete aru means that someone did the closing. They're not a part of the sentence, but someone did it. So this window was closed by someone. That's an important part of the te aru form. Is there gas put in the car? Irete nai yo. No. There's no gas put in the car. This is, you'll know that the negative dictionary form of aru is nai. So in this case, irete nai means
Irete nai yo.
that it's the te aru form in the negative. Now, irete nai could also be the colloquial form of the negative te iru form, which would be irete inai, and sometimes in conversation it's shortened to irete nai. So this sentence could also be read as I didn't put gas in the car. But since we're using the te aru form and she asked the question in the te aru form, we can assume that it means that there is no gas in the car. Irete nai yo? Nande da yo?
Nande da yo?
Nande da yo? Tashikani. Come to think of it, or now that you say it, or you know, you're right. Gasorin ga sukunai na te omotta. I thought, there's not much gas in here. Mo irero yo.
Ireru
Black
yo.
background, light blue font. That means it's something new for us here. It's not a new verb, it's a new tense, and this is the command, sort of angry, command. Irero, you go to the O column, and that's it. That's it. You just leave it in the O column. Ireru becomes irero, and that is the command, put gas in, man. More,
I
come
have a
on.
book called A Dictionary of Basic Japanese Grammar. Generally, I find its explanations really good. All it says about particles of for te aru is X is most frequently marked by the topic marker wa or the subject marker ga. Occasionally, it is marked by the direct object marker o. Occasionally. So Yuki was right. Usually, frequently, we use ga or wa. Okay, and occasionally, but coincidentally, Tokinandi used a lot of o. So I think we keep in mind that we use ga mostly.
Irero yo. Put gas in, man.
Frequently.
Ando-san, eh? All right, so question time. I would like you to describe this air conditioner
Aircon ga tsukete aru, tsukete aru.
using the te aru form. The te aru form.
Tsukete
We're
aru.
going to go ahead and jump onto while, during, and between, aida ni, because otherwise we're never going to finish tonight. So while, during, and between. With
So ga, maybe we use ga or we use o. I think we use ga better because we frequently use ga. Okay, so in between, while, during, during, and between. While, during, between, which has the kanji of aidani. Aida. Aidani. Okay, aidani. Aidani.
during, and between, aida ni, because otherwise we're never going to finish tonight. So while, during, and between. With aida ni. So aida ni basically just means while, during, or between. But it can also be used to mean
It's the three uses of aidani, while, during, and between. Okay.
between items. So it can be used to mean between A and B. But the way we're going to be going over tonight is in reference to time. So Genki is using the aida ni that is used in reference to events happening, as opposed to the water bottle is between me and the keyboard. We're not going to be going over that usage of aida ni, although it is very similar. We're only going to be going over its usage in time. So a short event that happens during A is the most common usage of aida ni. So basically, while I was talking on the phone, someone walked in the door. Something like that. The walking in the door is just one little short event that happened while I was in the middle of something else. So during A, aida ni B happened. Now, if B, whatever it is, happens to be something that lasts for the entire time A is happening, then you don't use the ni particle. You just use aida. A, aida, B. You can also use aida ni with nouns. So for example, 学校の間に B. So during school, B. But you need to use the no particle before aida ni in that situation. So let's go ahead and go over some examples.
Wait, again, what
So
did he say?
during A,
During
aida ni
aida
B
ni
happened.
B.
Now, if B, whatever it is, happens to be something that lasts for the entire time A is happening, then you don't use the ni particle. You just use aida. A, aida, B. You
Wait,
can also use
when B lasts the duration of A, a short event that happens during A. So something happens during A, short, B I remember, it's the one with the earthquake, if you remember, Yuki. So yeah, I remember. Let's just see examples. So if the earthquake lasts only 5 minutes, or no, less than 5, no, less than a minute.
use the ni particle. You just use aida.
If the B lasts the same duration of A, you don't use ni, okay? And with nouns, okay, I remember.
A, aida, B.
We had
You
an
can also use
example with an
aida
earthquake.
ni with nouns. So for example, 学校の間に B. So during school, B. But you need to use the no particle before aida ni in that situation. So let's go ahead and go over some
No, noun plus non with nouns. With nouns, we use noun plus no, aida, ni, B, okay.
But you need to use the no particle before aida ni in that situation. So let's go ahead and go over some examples. The first ones from the very beginning are a little bit long because, well, you have to have two events for it. So, 仕事にいる間に、ユキは編集が終わった。While I was at work,
the earthquake is, I know the earth, but the quake I forgot. 地震の間に僕はテーブルの下に貸した。So while the earthquake happened, I was under the table. The example that I remember is while I was sleeping, earthquake happened. So while I was sleeping, we use aida ni. While I was sleeping, earthquake happened. And earthquake is a short event compared to sleeping. So we use ni. Because I sleep for 8 hours, earthquake happens for a couple of seconds. I see, I made a mistake in my sentence. Can you find it? Aida ni. So you have to, in the sentence, yeah, I think the mistake, I noticed the mistake, but I couldn't. So I think you have to put 僕はテーブルの下に貸した間にearthquake happens. You have to put the 僕は before the間に and then the earthquake. I think. Is this the mistake? Because a short event that happens during A. Yeah, because the earthquake is a short event. The earthquake is the short event. Earthquake is B, and I was below the table, or no. But I didn't hide under the table before the earthquake. But I didn't hide. Yeah, that's right. So I hid that in between the table during the... But maybe we can use A. So B, I hid below the table. in the same time of the earthquake, I hid under the table for the entire duration of the earthquake. So we need to remove the ni. So, 地震の間、僕はテーブルの下に書きした、or 隠した。So we remove the ni. So because it's the same, I hid in the table for the whole duration of the earthquake. Okay, I understand. Okay, now I understand better the difference between these two. Okay.
Before aida ni in as well. You have to have two and go over some examples. The first one's from the very beginning, a little bit long because, well, you have to have two events for it. So, 仕事にいる間に、Yuki は編集が終わった。While I was at work, Yuki finished editing.
の間、地震の間、僕はテーブルの下に隠れた。I also confused transitive and intransitive. I didn't even notice between transitive and intransitive. But yeah, that's right, without the ni. I understand. Okay, aida is easy. Aida is very easy. And here he says, 仕事にいる間, while I was at work. 仕事にいる while I was at work. So it's 隠す and 隠れる. 隠れる is the intransitive and 隠す is the transitive. I hid. So wait, what's the difference? 隠れた. I hid below the table. If you would have used, so this one is intransitive. If you would use 隠す, what's the difference? 僕はテーブルの下に隠れた. If I say 隠す, then I don't hide below the table, but I hide something. I had something below the table. Of course, of course, that's the important difference. I hide before the table. 隠れる. I hide below the table. If I say 隠す, I hide something below the table. Yes, I still confuse it sometimes. Okay, but now I understand the importance of transitive and intransitive. Okay, 隠れる, I hide, and 隠す, I hide something. So transitive and intransitive are very important actually. I need to pay more attention to transitive and intransitive. I thought I would learn them like I thought I wouldn't pay much attention, but they are very important.
Now you're gonna notice that
I thought I didn't need to pay much attention.
Most of these sentences will have
So 仕事にいる間に while I was at work, Yuki は編集が終わった. Finished the editing. So the whole time I was at work, Yuki finished the editing, which is a short event that happened between while I was at work. Okay.
iru or the te iru form, and that's because aida ni with verbs is most commonly, not always, but most commonly used with the te iru form. And in this case, 仕事にいる, it can also be used with iru, which is to exist, of course. So while I was at work, 仕事にいる間に Yuki は編集が終わった. So while I was at work, Yuki finished editing. So you're going to see iru and te iru a lot here because that's the most common time you're going to be using 間に. 寝ている間に Yuki が降りました. Not Yuki, but snow. Yuki が降りました. While I was sleeping, it snowed. Coloring's off there. 僕が勉強している間、友達は買い物に行った. So while I was studying, for the entire time, because there's no ni particle here, my friend went shopping. So while I was studying, yeah. 僕が勉強している間、
友達は買い物に行った。My friend was shopping, went shopping the whole time I was studying.
僕が勉強している間、友達は買い物に行った。
買い物に行った。
Some more example sentences we've got
会議の間に
So here we have a noun 会議の間に3回も電話が来ました During the meeting as many as 3 calls came 着替えている間にみんなどこかへ行ってしまいました3 calls came 着替えている間にみんなどこかへ行ってしまいました While I was getting changed, everyone went off somewhere. Oh no. 雪が降っている間、本をずっと読んでいた。So I was reading for the entire time that it was snowing. 雪が降っている間、本をずっと読んでいた。For the whole time it was snowing, I read a book.
I understand.
Let's go over the dialogue really quickly.
わかった。
There's not really too much to this one. It's just you're mostly going to be using the te iru form. And with nouns, you need no before it. And the noun will generally be some kind of event. So like school.
So mostly we use teiru. I think he said it earlier.
In this case, shigoto ni iru. It can also be used with iru, which is to exist, of course. So while I was at work, shigoto ni iru aida ni Yuki wa henshu ga owatta. So while I was at work, Yuki finished editing. So you're going to see iru and te iru a lot here because that's the most common time you're going to be using aida ni. Nete iru aida ni Yuki ga furimashita. Not Yuki, but snow. Yuki ga furimashita. While I was sleeping, it snowed. Coloring's off there. Boku ga benkyou shite iru aida, tomodachi wa kaimono ni itta. So while I was studying for the entire time, because there's no ni particle here, doko ka e yuki ga fu. I don't really too much to this one. It's just you're mostly going to be using the te iru form, and with nouns you need no before it, and the noun will generally be some kind of event. So like school or work or a meeting. And that's when you're going to be using it. And during that thing. So while that thing was occurring or during that thing is the translation of it, another thing happened or another thing was happening. わかった。ちなみに出かけている間に何か電話来た。電話ってそう。電話を待っている。何の電話を待っているの？宅急便だよ。なんで宅急便がここに電話するんだよ。だってあんたが寝ている間にパソコンも使って商品も頼んだんだよ。私に？いや、違います。Full speed. わかった。ちなみに出かけている間に何か電話来た？電話って？そう、電話を待っている。何の電話を待っているの？宅急便だよ。なんで宅急便がここに電話するんだよ。だってあんたが寝ている間にパソコンも使って商品も頼んだんだよ。私に？いや、違います。Okay, let's go over the English quick. わかった。ちなみに出かけている間に何か電話来た？ Okay. By the way, while I was out, did any calls come? So while I was out, 出かけている間に did any calls come? 何か電話来た？ So if a call had come, it would just have been a short event that happened during the time I was out. So we would use 間に。電話って？ Calls? 電話って？そう、電話を待っている。Yeah, I'm waiting for a phone call. 何の電話を待っているの？ Huh? What kind of phone call are you waiting for? 宅急便だよ。A parcel delivery service. なんで宅急便はここに電話するんだよ。Why is a parcel delivery service calling here? だってあんたが寝ている間にパソコンも使って商品も頼んだんだよ。Because while you were sleeping, I used the computer and ordered some stuff. 私に？For me? いや、違います。No, not for you. Literally, no, you are wrong. 違います。 Question time. You get annoyed when something happens or someone does something while you are something else. So in my case, 集中して働いている間にいろいろ話しかけられるとイライラします。So here we use the passive form. I get annoyed when イライラします。I get annoyed when I'm really focused and concentrated on working and someone talks to me about random things while I'm working. That's when I get
集中して働いている間に and it's cold. How to say it's cold? And 間に冷たいwait 冷たいです or 寒いです
get annoyed. So what is something that annoys you when you're doing something else? So please try to explain something like that to me. On to making something an adjective, which is quite useful, I feel like.
寒い
So making things adjectives, all you need to do to make something an adjective, for example, make something fun. For an E adjective is you cut the E, or you change it into ku, whichever you prefer, and add suru.
Make something an
So
adjective.
楽しくする means to make it fun. For non-adjectives, you add ni suru. So きれいにする, which could mean either make it clean or make it pretty. So
Wait,
it's quite
again,
useful, right?
again.
Let's just go over a few quick
Again.
fun adjective onto making something an adjective. Make something an adjective. For example, make
E
something
adjective.
fun. For an E adjective is you cut the E or you
楽し
change.
くする What do you I don't remember. So E adjectives, okay. E adjective minus E plus ku plus suru. Okay, 楽しくする楽しくする楽しくする
Change it
make it
into
an
ku, whichever you prefer, and add suru. So 楽しくする means to make it fun. For non-adjectives, you add ni suru. So きれいにする, which could mean either make it clean or make it pretty. So it's quite useful, right? Let's just go over
But I don't understand.
Make
What's the meaning? So 楽しくする means
ku, whichever you prefer, and add suru. So 楽しくする means to make it fun.
make it fun. Okay.
For non-adjectives, you
きれいにする means you add ni. Okay, let's just write the kanji. It's a hard kanji to write. No, it's easy actually. Not that hard. It looks difficult, but it's not that difficult. I've seen more complicated no, the next one is different. The next one is the okay, the second kanji is the hard part. Okay, the second one is very hard. I don't know where to start. きれいに Anyways. So きれいにする to make it
add ni suru. So きれいにする which could mean either make it clean or
make it clean.
make it pretty. So it's quite useful, right? Let's just go over a few quick examples. It's quite simple. That's just all you really do. 小さくしてください. Please make it small. 小さくしてください. 大きくしました.
大きくしました
I made it big. 安全にする. I'll make it safe. So just, it's literally just make it something. Some longer examples are 僕の国を良くしたいけどまだ若くて政治や経済が全くわかりません. I would like to make my country better, but I'm still young and I don't understand anything about politics or economics. 僕の国を良くしたい。I want to make my country better. 良くしたい。この長い文章を簡単にしてくれませんか？ You wouldn't be able to make this really long sentence easy, would you? 簡単にしてくれませんか？ Make it easy. Wouldn't be able to make it easy for me, would you? So that's a very polite してくれませんか？プールが冷たくない？暖かくしてもいい？暖かくしてもいい？ There's a nice tongue twister. Isn't the pool cold? Is it okay if I make it warmer? プールが I just realized I didn't think about this sentence at all until I read it right now. I was thinking if it's like it's a heated pool or maybe dumping in boiled water, but I realize now reading it out loud that there's really only one way that this could be translated, and I'm a little embarrassed. All right, anyway. プールが冷たくない？暖かくしてもいい？
Don't understand.
Oh, I should have read that out loud once before I actually put it on the live lesson. Okay, anyway. So
Don't understand. What's
a little
the funny?
Embarrassed. Out loud. It's a heated pool or maybe dumping in at all. I pool cold? Is it okay if I make it warmer? Pooruga. I just realized I didn't think about this sentence at all until I read it right now. I was thinking if it's like it's a heated pool or maybe dumping in boiled water, but I realize now reading embarrassed. All right, anyway.
Don't understand.
Oh, I should have read that out loud once before I actually put it on the live lesson. Okay, anyway. So that's basically how you would use that form. Let's go ahead and jump into the dialogue. I'll read it slowly one time.
E adjective, you remove the E, add ku and tsuru. Na adjective, you remove the na. No, you don't remove the na. You just add ni and suru.
And then at full speed, then we'll go over the translations and I'll get to your questions. So,
ところで、
Ando-san. ところで、
ところで、
冷蔵庫の中をちょっと冷たくしてくれない？
冷たくしてくれない？
食べ物頼んだの？いや、ビールがちょっとぬるかった。自分の家の冷蔵庫の中を冷たくしたら、俺の家が汚い。なんだよ。じゃあ、きれいにしたら、full speed。ところで、冷蔵庫の中をちょっと冷たくしてくれない？食べ物頼んだの？いや、ビールがちょっとぬるかった。自分の家の冷蔵庫の中を冷たくしたら、俺の家が汚い。なんだよ。じゃあ、きれいにしたら？ Yuki's getting a little annoyed in this dialogue here. ところで、冷蔵庫の中をちょっと冷たくしてくれない？ By the way, wouldn't you make the fridge a little cooler for me? 食べ物頼んだの? So she's wondering if maybe the thing he ordered yesterday on the computer while she was sleeping is food. Let's just jump back up here really quick. 冷たくしてくれない? So make it colder. いや、ビールがちょっとぬるかった。ぬるい means sort of like tepid, lukewarm, tepid, not very, it's not a very positive word. You don't really want things to be nurui very often, unless you really like a bath that's not very hot, but also not very cold. Like it's not really warm, it's like between, tepid. いや、ビールがちょっとぬるかった。No, the beer was a little warm. 自分の家の冷蔵庫の中を冷たくしたら Why don't you make the fridge in your own house colder? So, you remember this is the 冷たくしたらどうですか? So we did たらどうですか quite a while. Maybe it was even, I don't know if it was Genki 1 or beginning of Genki 2, but 冷たくしたらどうですか is the full phrase. But in situations like this where you drop off the どうですか 冷たくしたら it's very, it feels a little bit aggressive. It's a little bit aggressive. It's a suggestion, but it's like an aggressive suggestion. 冷たくしたら Why don't you do it yourself? Is basically what she's saying. 俺の家が汚い. My house is dirty. なんだよ. What the heck? じゃあ, well, きれいにしたら Why don't you make it clean? Alright, so here's what I want you to do with this picture. Tell me what you think this fox would tell you to do if it could speak. What do you think this dog
If it could speak. What? Mm, I don't know. What will it tell me? Go away. How to say go away? Or hide. Kaksu. No, kaksu to hide. Kaksu.
You to do if it could speak.
Kakoshi.
What do you think
Kakshiku suru.
this dog would say to you?
Asobu. Asobu. No, we have to use adjective. I lost all the adjective. I don't remember any adjective.
If he could speak, please use an adverb and shite kudasai. Shite kudasai. That's what we're
Tanoshii shite kudasai.
going for. I don't know how many people are going to get the reference here, or if you've seen this movie, but please tell me what you think that
Does the fox thinks, is this an adaptation of what does the fox say?
I don't want you to do with this picture. Tell me what you think this fox
Would say.
would tell you to do
What does the fox say?
if it could speak. What do you think this dog verb
This song was very famous when in school we were played.
people
the time.
are going to get the reference here, or if you've seen this movie, but please tell me what you think that they would be saying.
I think this movie. Wait, is this movie about about the time traveler? I think I've seen it very long time ago. Don't remember. No idea.
I
Wait, with the old guy, isn't this with the old guy that time travels?
or
Not
if
sure.
you've seen this movie, but
No, that was when they got really small. When they got small, so it's a different movie. No, it's
please
a
tell me
different.
what you think that they would
No, I've seen with the older guy, and this guy looks like Donald Trump
be saying.
when they time travel.
I want you to
Tehoshi, okay, Tehoshi is easy.
with te hoshi. This is a very useful form. You'll probably use it a lot. Well, maybe not a lot, but you'll use it. It's very easy to make. All you do is you take the te form and add hoshi, which means to want, usually an item when it's used on its own, but in the te hoshi form, it means you want someone to do something. So the person who you want to do the thing for you is marked by ni, the ni particle. So person ni, te form, hoshi. If you don't ni,
Te form plus hoshi. Te form plus hoshi. Person plus ni plus te form plus hoshi. Okay.
the ni particle. So person ni, te form, hoshi. If you don't want someone to do something,
The little of the movie is Honey, I Shrunk the Kids. Honey, I Shrunk the Kids. It looks like a fun movie. I need to watch it. Honey, I Shrunk the Kids. Ah, I know this guy. Maybe I've seen this movie when they are in the garden and they see ants, huge ants. Yeah, I've seen it. I need to watch it again. Yeah. I've definitely seen this movie. When they're in the garden, they see the ants. Yeah, the ants. I remember the ants for sure. Okay. I'll watch it again. I need to remember it again. It was a very nice movie. Imagine watching the ants as a kid, huge ants. It stuck with me.
Professor Wayne Zelinsky was hard at work on his new
Zelensky.
invention.
This thing works. It'll put us right up there with the invention of...
Nick, what happened?
It works.
Diane, I got something real important to tell you.
Are you trying to tell me
The machine works? Do the kids know?
Well, yeah, the kids know.
That's great!
It's not that great.
Why?
I shrunk the kids, and the Thompson kids too. They're about this big. Threw them out with the trash.
What?
They're in the backyard. Walt Disney Pictures presents The Last Frontier.
Dad can fix us, right, Nick?
Okay, it was an amazing movie. Now I remember.
I'll tell you, their size. It's a jungle out there.
Nicky, get out of there!
Now, while the professor is looking for the kids,
Just gotta keep our eyes open.
they're taking matters into their own hands.
I say that ant is ours!
they better behave themselves?
Something's very weird here.
What is it? Earthquake!
No worse! Lawnmower!
Rick Moranis is Professor Wayne Zielinski.
Are you saying that machine
Blew up my kid?
Oh, no.
If the machine had blown up the kids, there'd be pieces of them everywhere.
Wayne, did you report some
Okay.
missing children?
Oh, there must be some mistake. Ours are in the backyard.
If you like
Right,
the
honey?
movie, I can recommend the
Honey,
game
I shrunk the kids.
Grounded.
We're all the size of boogers.
The game. This one? Ah, it's similar. It's similar to the movie. Grounded.
The people have spoken. The players have joined. Now, it's your turn to enter the yard. Obsidian Entertainment invites you to explore the world, tackle the story, unravel the mystery, fight for survival, forage, craft, build, upgrade, defend, die. A few times, probably. Alone or with friends. Take on trauma-inducing bosses. Endlessly create and play with Playgrounds mode. And now, Grounded gets
Not
even
very one afraid of spider
bigger
though.
on
No, I'm
more
not
gaming
afraid.
platforms than
I'm
ever
not afraid of
before.
spiders. I like spiders. Please. I keep it in mind for sure. Does it have Japanese? It has.
Are you ready
Maybe we
to
play it
get
in Japanese
fully
one day.
yoked?
Welcome to an exclusive look that becomes fun experience.
Ah.
Creatures. Around,
Wait,
you
you
can place
fight-
over 300 world and play new grounded experiences with a new suite of tools and features built right into the
It's
game.
a very nice game.
Imagine populating your very own backyard with an array of items. Think Chunky Chub baseballs, army men, punch-out boxes, and that includes bosses. Did by Grid Video, there's plenty more in this substance, more or less daily.
Okay, nice. I'll keep it in mind. It also has Japanese voice, audio interface, or subtitles also. So nice. Basically, you are in the background of some crazy professor, and you have to find out what happened to you while building a base, researching new materials, and so on. It's the same as the movie. Okay, Grounded. Okay, very nice game. Let's just check out what does the fox say also. What does the fox say? What does the fox say? Wait, is it copyrighted? It has to be copyrighted. Kyo kishine wa do chatte sore o suru no de shouka? Wait, what's the fox? What is fox in? It brings back memories. It's definitely, it has to be copyrighted. Okay, I don't want to get... Okay, it is copyrighted. I don't want to get a strike. But it brings back memories, this song.
Or you want them
Wait, how to say fox? Fox. Kitsune. Kitsune. Wait, can you repeat the question? YouTube. Okay, what does the fox? I will listen to it after we close. Kitsune. Ah, that's Kitsune. Kitsune はどうちゃってそれをするのでしょう？Kitsuneはどうやってのどちゃってどうやってそれをするのでしょうか？ OK、Kitsune。そう、Kitsune どうやってそれをするのでしょうか？ Yeah, that's the game. Anyways, but that song
to
is
not
amazing.
do something, there's two different ways you can do it. One is the te form and hoshikunai, so you put the hoshi into the negative. Or you can take the negative te form, so for example, tabenai de, and add hoshi. Either way, find the nuance is slightly different, and you'll see that in some of the examples. Iwanai de hoshi is an explicit request. Ite hoshikunai merely states that you don't want the other guy to tell anybody, and the request is only implied. As a consequence, the latter is softer as it would be in English. That makes sense. There you go. So iwanai de hoshi is an explicit request, so it's a little bit more stronger, whereas ite hoshikunai is not necessarily an explicit request. That makes a lot of sense. Thank you for that, Tsubasa. That helps a lot, actually. And the person is also marked in those by the ni particle. So person ni te form hoshikunai, person ni negative te form hoshi. Either one of those is I don't want you to. So some examples are tabete hoshi. I want you.
Wait, again, what did he say? Te hoshi.
Either way, so negative. You don't want someone to do something, or you want them to not do something. There's two different ways you can do it. One is the te form and hoshikunai, so you put the hoshi into the negative. Or you can take the negative te form, so for example, tabenai de, and add hoshi. Either way, find the nuance is slightly different, and you'll see that in some of the examples. Iwanai de hoshi is an explicit request. Ite hoshikunai merely states that you don't want the other guy to tell anybody, and the request is only implied. As a consequence, the latter is softer as it would be in English. That makes sense. There you go. So iwanai de hoshi is an explicit request, so it's a little bit more stronger, whereas ite hoshikunai is not necessarily.
Iwanai de hoshi, the negative te form.
Iwanai de hoshi is an explicit request, so it's a little bit more stronger.
Request stronger,
whereas ite hoshikunai is not necessarily an explicit request. That explicit request, so it's a little bit more stronger, whereas ite hoshikunai is not necessarily an explicit request.
It's not an explicit request. This is an explicit request. So this one is stronger than this one.
That makes a lot of sense. Thank you for that, Tsubasa. That helps a lot, actually.
Okay, Captain Tsubasa. Person plus ni plus te form plus hoshi. Hoshikunai. Hoshikunai. Person plus ni plus negative te form plus hoshi.
And the person is also marked in those by the ni particle. So person ni te form hoshikunai, person ni negative te form hoshi. Either one of those is I don't want you to. So some examples are tabete hoshi, I want you to eat. Nete hoshi, I want you to sleep. Now here's the two different ways you could say I don't want you to do something. 食べないで
食
ほしい。
べないでほしい。
The difference here is I want you to not eat. I want you to not eat. 寝てほしくない。I don't want you to sleep. So if I were to use the same sentence, 食べてほしくない, I don't want you to eat, versus 食べないでほしい, I want you to not eat. They basically may mean the same thing, but
in English it's the same thing.
They just feel a little bit different. Some more complicated sentences. みんな
It's I don't wish you to do. I wish that you don't.
てほし
I don't wish you to eat. No, I don't. Wait. 食べないでほしい is I wish you. No. It's I don't wish you to eat. 寝てほしくない I don't wish you to sleep. I don't wish you to sleep. And I wish that you don't eat. 食べないでほしい I wish that you don't eat. And 寝てほしくない I don't wish you to eat, to sleep. I think, yeah, that's right. Okay, so let's write it then. So 食べて食べほしい I want you to eat. Or I wish you to eat. Yes, exactly. Starve to death. 食べないでほしい I wish you don't eat. I wish that you don't eat. I want you to eat, or I wish you don't eat. You to eat. 食べないでほしい I wish I wish you to eat. 寝てほしい I wish you to sleep. I want you to sleep. Okay, that's a difficult kanji. Epsilon or E with something else. Hoshi. I want you to sleep. Or I wish you to sleep. I want or wish you to sleep. To sleep. 食べないでほしい I want you to not eat. Or I wish you to not eat. 食べないでほしい ないでほしい食べないでほしい I wish you to not eat. I want you wish you to not eat. And the other one, 寝てほしくない I don't want you to sleep. I don't wish you to sleep. Okay, it's more clear now. When I write it, it becomes clearer every time I write. 寝てほしい寝てほしい Hoshikunai. 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 I don't want you to sleep. I don't wish you to sleep. Don't want or wish you to sleep. Okay.
欲しくない I don't want you to eat versus 食べないでほしい I want you to not eat. They basically may mean the same thing, but they just feel a little bit different. Some more complicated sentences. みんなたくさん勉強してほしい I want everyone to study lots. できるだけ as much as possible. This is a very useful opener. できるだけ which is the same as なるべく as much as possible. お金をたくさん貯めてほしい I want you to save a lot of money. できるだけお金をたくさん貯めてほしい。いや、本当はあんまり比べてほしくない。Nah, really, I don't want you to compare too much. いや、本当はあんまり比べてほしくない。Nah, I really don't want you to compare too much. 俺のことをバカにしてないでほしい。I want you to not make fun of me. So I really just held to that 欲しくない being I don't want you to something and ないでほしい being I want you to not do that thing. So that's the only difference there. 僕のことをバカにしないでほしい。I want you to not make fun of me. And that's it. Let's go ahead and jump into the dialogue slowly once, then full speed. We'll go into the translation and get to questions. ここの方が住みやすいし。もう違う人のところに行ってほしい。でも荷物がじゃあ切ったらすぐ連絡してほしいよ。はい、切ったら連絡する。Full speed. ここの方が住みやすいし。もう違う人のところに行ってほしい。でも荷物がじゃあ切ったらすぐ連絡してほしいよ。はい、切ったら連絡する。Alright, let's go to the English translation. We'll get to your question. So, ここの方が住みやすいし。Here is easier to live, or it's easier to live here. The she implies that there's other reasons as well, but one of them is that it's much easier to live here. That's why I don't want to leave. もう違う人のところに行ってほしい。I want you to go 行ってほしい to someone else's place already. もう違う人のところに行ってほしい。That もう is already. でも荷物が but my baggage. じゃあ聞いたらすぐ連絡してほしい。Okay, when it comes, I want you to contact me right away. 聞いたらすぐ連絡してほしい。Okay, when it comes, I want you to contact me right away. すぐ right away. はい、聞いたら連絡する。Yep, when it comes, I'll contact you. We still don't know what the package is. Question time. What is something that you want someone to do for you as soon as possible? ユキにクッキーをもっと作ってほしい。I want Yuki to make more cookies for me. Alright, guys, well,
ユキにクッキーをもって作ってほしい。もっと日本語を勉強してほしい。
made it to the end, so thumbs up を攻撃してください。Please smash the thumbs up button, and if you're not subscribed already, チャンネル登録お願いします。Please subscribe and hit the bell so that you know when we go live. Have a great one, guys. Thank you so much. See you next time.
Okay, next lesson. Lesson 22. Okay, I have to finish lesson 22 now. And tomorrow, I to be honest, I got tired of Genki. Just want to finish with Genki and move on. And move on to Gengo. I just want to finish N5 but it's for saying what you want somebody for somebody else to do. Wait, that's correct.
Good evening, everyone. All right, guys.
Their form plus hoshi is for somebody else. Okay. 猫は迷惑ねやめてほしい。Wait, how to say annoying? Annoying, I forgot annoying. Annoying. Wait. Annoy.
イライラさせる。
イライラさせる。Annoying. 迷惑な。Not 迷惑な。There was another word. うるさい。So, やめて。to stop. やめて。停止 or やめて。stop.
終始。
重視。No, I think 止まること。
止まること。
ストップ。
終始。
重視。
終始。
猫にうるさい or 迷惑をかけないでほしい。So we use 迷惑を or we use うるさい better. I think Onyaman once told me うるさい. Not sure what's the difference between. 猫にいたずらを止めてほしいです。Maybe, I'm not sure. One of the two. But yeah, that's what I wanted to say. To stop. I need the necos to stop. Stop bothering me.
Good
Lesson 22.
evening, everyone, and welcome to the Genki Lesson 22 textbook practice video. Today we're going to be covering causative sentences. The causative plus te ageru, te kureru, te morao. We're also going to be covering commands in Japan's 3 different ways to do commands. Another one, as if we need another one, but this is the ba ending for if. Despite / but in Japanese with noni, and just like, basically like a metaphor in Japanese with no yoni and no yona. But before we get started with that, you know I have to do this every single time. So I just wanted to let you know that if you want to support the Tokini Andy channel, please consider checking out the Japanese helps as well. We've got a lot to cover today. So lesson 22 is basically the lesson in Genki where they realized they had one lesson left. They had to lesson 22, 23, and they realized they had about 3 chapters worth of material to pack into the last 2 lessons. Maybe 4 lessons worth of material to pack into the last 2 lessons. They already had all of the lessons planned, all of the sections planned for lesson 23, and they realized they had to pack everything into lesson 22. So that's what we have today. We have a ton of material to cover, starting off with causative sentences. Causative sentences are actually pretty easy to conjugate. If you know about Godan conjugation, which we're going to go over really quickly right now, just in case you don't for some reason, there's just a simple rule that you can learn. And if you learn this rule, you'll know how to do causative conjugations. So, any verb that ends in utsu, mugu, nu, ku, su, and sometimes the do are Godan verbs. So, a verb that ends in iru or edu, not the symbols iru and edu, but the sound iru or edu are usually ichidan verbs. Godan conjugation basically is talking about the hiragana chart. So there's 5 different vowel sounds in Japanese, and those are a, I, u, e, and o. Now you attach them to consonant sounds. So this is the ka consonants, and they're ka, ki, ku, ke, ko. The dictionary form is the u sound. So for the verb aruku, or to walk, we go to the u column. Aruku is the dictionary form. You move up and down this chart like this, and add a different ending, and you get a different conjugation for go down verbs. So you go up to aruki. That's the mas stem. You go down to aruke. That's the potential stem. So can walk, for example, and you have to add something else. Causative form of go down verbs is the a column. So we go up to the a column and add seru. So we basically go up to aruka and then add seru. Aruka seru. Aruka seru. So to make someone walk or to let someone walk is what the causative is. To make someone, to cause someone to walk. And it can also mean to let, but we'll get to that in a minute, a little bit more. Let's just keep going over the conjugations first. So the causative form for ichidan verbs is just drop the do and add saseru. Saseru. And that's it. So miru, you cut the do and add saseru. Misaseru. And that's ichidan verbs, right? Of course, there's the two irregular verbs that are usually irregular all the time. They're also irregulars for the causative, and that is suru and kuru. Suru becomes saseru, so it's just like it's just the ending from the ichidan verbs, and kuru becomes ko saseru. So they all end in saseru, so at least that's easy to remember. So this is the person who has to do the action. This is the dareka, the person who has to do the action, and then the thing that they have to do. So this is the act. Nanika wo saseru. Right? So the director, this person makes this person do whatever this is right here. It can also mean let, but it will depend on context most of the time. So let's go over some example sentences so that you can see what I mean. Because with the example sentences, I'll be able to show you sort of some situation.
Maybe we just do the causative, okay, or teageru. Maybe I will not finish this whole video now because I have to go in about. Let's see. Let's just watch and see where we go.
Situations where you can tell whether.
Okay, I just need to write them down though.
But we'll add.
So let's write them down. Okay. So godan, causative form of verbs for godan. Godan is aruku becomes arukaseru. 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 Aruku, dictionary. Aruku becomes aruka, of course. Aruka. Aruka plus arukaseru. Arukaseru. Kaseru. Which is the causative stem. Causative stem. And plus seru. Wait, so seru. Seru. Okay. Well, at some point I thought it was all saseru.
Arukaseru.
It's only seru.
Make someone walk or to let someone walk is what the causative is. To make someone, to cause someone to walk. And it can also mean to let, but we'll get to that in a minute, a little bit more. Let's just keep going over
For ichidan, you drop the ru, just. And at saseru, saseru is for ichidan. That's why I thought it's saseru. Karada. Taiku. Physical education. Taiku no sensei wa kurasu no minna ni arukaseta. The class, the physical education, the taiku no sensei, physical education teacher, made everyone walk in his class. Make everyone in the class walk. So the causative is to make someone do something. Force someone to do. Okay. Ichidan, I think now, I understand. So saseru, it's only for ichidan. Okay, that's why I had in mind the saseru. Saseru, ichidan, drop, ru, plus saseru.
Conjugations first. So the causative form for ichidan verbs is just drop the do and
Cause, that's why it's called causative, to cause. So,
add saseru. Saseru. And that's it. So miru, you cut the ru and add saseru.
miru, you cut. Okay, so ichidan always add saseru. Miru has 2 lines. Dictionary, okay. And becomes me. Causative stem. Mi saseru. Mi saseru. Mi saseru. Plus saseru, of course.
Mi saseru. And that's ichidan verbs, right? Of course, there's the 2 irregular verbs.
Suru
that are usually
and
irregular all the time.
saseru. Irregulars. Irregulars. Suru. Suru becomes saseru. Suru becomes saseru, and kuru becomes ko saseru. Kuru becomes ko saseru.
There's for the causative, and that is suru and kuru. Suru becomes saseru, so it's just like it's just the ending from the ichidan verbs, and kuru becomes ko saseru. So they all end in saseru, so at least that's easy to remember. So this is the person who has to do the action. This is the dareka. The person has to do the action, and then the thing that they have to do. So this is the act.
It's the same as the passive that we did yesterday. Exactly the same. 人は何かに何かをされる
かをさせる. Right? So the director, this person makes this person do whatever this is right here. It can also is the act.
Director. Yeah, I remember it from Genki. I need to see it again in Genki to understand better also. I think Genki here in the passive and in the causative explains it better than Tokinyandi. Tokinyandi doesn't explain it well. So 人は誰かwhich is very no complicated, not very complicated. How many lines each? 4 lines. 4 lines and a long one. 誰か I like to write ka. Ka is so nice to write. Dareka nanika ka again. I like writing ka a lot. Ka. But I don't like to write ga because the dakten never comes right. It always becomes not nice. But ka is nice. Okay, nanika. So, director, 人は director. So, the director is the 体育の先生は is the director. クラスのみんな is the doer. And 歩かせた is the act. Made them. Okay, I understand. Director, and doer. Dareka is the doer, and saseru is the act. Okay.
Act. 何かをさせる. Right? So the director, this person makes this person do whatever this is right here. It can also mean let, but it will depend on context most of the time. So let's go over some example sentences so that you can see what I mean. Because with the example sentences, I'll be able to show you sort of some situations where you can tell whether or not it's let or make someone do something. And sometimes you just won't. At least not in standalone sentences. Usually in the context of a sentence, or the context that the sentence is in, you'll understand whether or not it means let or make. So, 食べさせた. I made or let them eat. 食べさせた. So this is an ichidan verb, so you just drop the ru and add saseru. And the causative form is conjugated like an iru eru verb, like an ichidan verb. So to get the past tense, the short past tense, you just drop the ru and add ta. 食べさせた. I made, let them eat. Our next sentence is 行かせないでください. Please don't make me go. So this is sort of obvious from context that it's not let me. So please don't let me go. Obviously, that's not what you would be saying. I suppose you could probably imagine a situation where that might make sense. Maybe someone's breaking up. Please don't let me go. But I don't think this is what you would say in that situation. Or it might be. But anyway, it probably translates as please don't make me go because they're asking, please don't. Kudasai. 行かせないでください. 買わせました. I made or let them buy something. 買わせました. So, one thing I needed to mention is that verbs that end in u, they don't change to a, they change to wa, the last little character there. So, 買 becomes 買わせました. I
made them buy.
And of course, the past tense, the past, the
行かせないでください.
formal past tense is ました. So, 買わせました. I made or let them buy. But it's going to depend on the context.
Wait, so 食べさせた I made them eat, but 行かせないでください please don't make me go. You make me go, not I. Because there is ください in it, please. 買わせました I made them buy. Okay.
Context, whether it was make or let. So let's go into some more complicated sentences so that I can give you some more information.
買わせないでください. 買わせないでください. 買わせました. 買わせました. I made them buy. I made them. Let them.
Or let. So let's go into some more complicated sentences so that I can give you some more information. So these two examples look the same, but there's a small difference. There's the ni particle and the o particle. So this isn't talked about in Genki. This is actually from the Dictionary of Basic Japanese Grammar. And it's an important point. So for intransitive verbs, those are verbs that don't require an object. The person who's going to do the action is marked with o if they're being forced. So if they don't want to do the thing, they're not doing it of their own volition, of their own will, they're going to be marked with o. So if the person who has to do the action is marked with o, you know that this is make them do, not let them do. So haha wa boku o oyogasemashita. My mother forced me to swim. Because it's marked with o, we know it's forced. It's not allowed me to. Now, for intransitive verbs, if it's marked with ni, it can mean either, but it probably means allowed me to. So haha wa boku ni oyogasemashita. Because it's marked with ni and it's an intransitive verb, it's probably allowed me to swim, let me swim. My mother let me swim. Now, transitive verbs, those are verbs that require an object, like unten suru requires a thing you drive. Those will always take the ni particle in relation to the person who has to do the action. So once again, you can only tell from context whether a transitive verb is let or make someone do something. So this sentence, 友達は僕に車を運転させました. It could mean my friend let me drive the car, or it could mean my friend made me drive the car. Now that's going to depend on the context. The context could be that you, the listener, knows that I don't like driving. In that sense, if you heard the sentence, 友達は僕に車を運転させました, you know it means made me drive. But if you know that I love driving, and you hear that 友達は僕に運転をさせました, then you know that it's probably let me drive. So it's just based on that context. The next sentence is 毎日父さんが走らせたことを今感謝しています。あの時嫌だったけど I now appreciate that my father made me run every day. I didn't like it at that time though. So the second sentence here gives context to the first sentence. あの時嫌だったけど At that time, I didn't like it, or I hated it, which means that this probably doesn't mean let me run. It means he made me run. 毎日父さんが走らせたこと the fact that my father made me run every day. Well, 今 now 感謝しています I appreciate that. 感謝する means appreciate that.
あの時
So let's go ahead and jump into our dialogue, and I'll let you get 今
causative. Okay. I just need to
now 感謝しています
to write that.
In that sense, if you heard the sentence, 友達は僕に車を運転させました, you know it means made me drive. But if you know that I love driving, and you hear that 友達は僕に運転をさせました, then you know that it's probably let me drive. So it's just based on that context.
母は
The next sentence is 毎日父さんが走らせたことを今感謝しています。あの時嫌だったけど I now appreciate that my father made me run every day. I didn't like it at that time though. So the second sentence here gives context to the first sentence. あの時嫌だったけど At that time, I didn't like it, or I hated it, which means that this probably doesn't mean let me run. It means he made me run. 毎日父さんが走らせたこと the fact that my father made me run every day. Well, 今 now 感謝しています I appreciate that. 感謝する means appreciate that. So let's go ahead and jump into our dialogue, and I'll let you get.
So when we add o is it's forced. せました。せました。My mother forced me to swim. Mother forced me to swim. Mother forced me to swim. But when we add ni, haha wa, haha wa boku boku ni 泳ぐ泳がせました。泳がせました。My mother let me swim. So when we use o, okay, o is forced. When we use ni is to let me, or to allow. Okay.
Now 感謝しています。
ご南ご両親は息子さんに牛乳ご両親は息子さんに牛乳を買わせてもらった。The parents made their son buy milk. ご両親は息子さんにmade. Wait, why is it ni, not 牛乳を Wait, the o, shouldn't the o be on the 息子さん? But then we would have two o's. 友達は僕に車を運転させました。My friend let me drive the car. 毎日父さんが走らせたことを今 Okay, I don't understand this sentence though.
In that sense, if you heard the sentence, 友達は僕に車を運転させました, you know it means made me drive. But if you know that I love
No,
driving,
the O and for car. Okay, for the object.
and you hear that 友達は僕に運転をさせました, then you know that it's probably let me drive. So it's just based on that context. The next sentence is 毎日父さんが走らせたことを今感謝しています。あの時
No, it's not necessarily forced. Also, you cannot have two O in one sentence. Yeah, you cannot have. It doesn't make sense. My filter, my Japanese filter in my mind doesn't allow me to use two O's in one sentence. I got that.
だったけど I now appreciate that my father made me run every day.
Every language has a filter in everyone's mind.
Okay. I didn't like it at that time though. So the second sentence here gives context to the first sentence. あの時嫌だったけど At that time, I didn't like it or I hated it, which means
Hello, bro, Ziruke. Konnichiwa. How is it going?
that this
I saw
probably
you, the other day.
doesn't mean let me run. It means he made me run. 毎日父さんが走らせたこと the fact that my father made me run every day. Well, 今
Wait. 最近どう Ziruke, 最近どう
now 感謝しています I appreciate that. 感謝する means appreciate that. So let's go
I just sleep. Wait, what time is it now? It's at night.
ahead and jump into our dialogue and I'll let you get all of your questions out at me because the explanation is fairly simple, but maybe it's not as simple as I'm thinking it is. So any questions you might have, let me know. If you're watching this in the replay, let me know down in the comments if you have any other questions. So for this lesson, we have some special...
Almost midnight. Yeah, that's right. Well, おやすみなさい. おやすみなさい.
guests for our dialogues. If any of you are patrons, you may have noticed that already, that the listening and shadowing video has
It's
Yuki's
11
sister
p.m.
and brother-in-law instead of myself and Yuki. I don't show up in the listening and shadowing video this week, except for in the introduction and the outro. So it's Yuki's sister and her brother-in-law and Yuki doing the listening and shadowing video this week, and therefore they are they're the characters in the dialogues. This is Yuki's sister Mami and Yuki. I'll read it slowly one time and then at full speed. Then we'll go over the English translations and get to questions.
飼いたいな。
犬を飼いたいな。
飼いたいな。
そうなの？
そうなの？
犬が
好
きだっけ？
好きだっけ？
もちろん好きだよ。
もちろん好きだよ。
犬を
犬を
飼ったら
飼ったら
何をさせたい？
何をさせたい？
トイレ
トイレ
を
を
覚えさせた
た
いかな。
いかな。
まあ、
まあ、
それは
それはそうだけど、
面白い
面
ことは
白い
ない
ことは
の？
ないの？
そうだね。
そうだね。
あと、
あと、
泳がせたいかな。
泳がせたいかな。
はい、full speed。犬を飼い
犬
たいな。
を飼いたいな。
そうなの？
そうなの？
犬が好きだっけ？
犬が好きだ
もちろん好きだよ。犬を飼ったら何をさせたい？トイレを覚えさせたいかな。まあ、それはそうだけど、面白いことはないの？そうだね。あと、泳がせたいかな。Right, let's go over the English translation. We've got 犬を飼いたいな。This is just straight up, I want to have a dog.
Want to have a dog?
Really?
Really?
そうなの？ Really?
そうなの？
犬が好きだっけ？
犬が好き
Do
だ
you
っ
like
け？
dogs? So this little small tsu plus ke, if you put it at the end of a sentence or at the end of a phrase, it means that you're asking for confirmation because maybe you forgot whether or not the previous statement was true. So in this case, 犬が好き, that's the statement. You're asking, did you like dogs? Really? Because I forgot. I forget whether you liked them or didn't like them. So I need you to confirm.
だっけ means to recall something. そうなの？犬が好きだっけ？
In this situation, it pretty much sounds like I thought she didn't like dogs. So that's a little extra bonus for you. I thought she didn't like dogs, and now she's saying she wants a dog. So I'm like, 好きだっけ？
犬が好きだっ
I thought you
け？
didn't like dogs. もちろん好きだよ。
もちろん好きだよ。
Yeah, of course I like them. 犬を飼ったら、
犬を飼
if
っ
you
た
get a
ら
dog, 何をさせたい？
何をさせたい？
What do you want to make it do? させる。So you can use any conjugation with させる or with the causative form, including want to make someone do something or want to allow someone to do something. So 何をさせたい？What do you want to make it do? トイレを覚えさせたいかな。I
What
want
time?
to house.
It's 4 o'clock. 4 and 15. So we have 7 o'clock. 7 hours. 7 hours difference. What? Machi no 何町の住みたいですか? What city you are?
Let's train it, I guess. So, トイレを
トイレを
覚える
覚え
for dogs or for cats or whatever basically means house train in English, which means teach them to go to the bathroom outside or use for cats litter box or whatever. So, トイレを覚える. トイレを覚えさせたい. I want to make it
覚えさせたい
learn to use the bathroom is what the literal translation of that is. まあ、
Yes,
それはそうだけど、well, of course that, but, けど、面白いことはないの? But you don't have any fun things that you want to teach it or imply?
Commands.
そうだね。あと、泳がせたいかな? Well, also, I want to let it swim, I guess. So in this case, probably not make it swim. She probably wants to allow it to swim, is my guess. But it could be read as either. So question time. Tell us something that your parents made you do as a child. You could be happy about it or not, doesn't really matter. But 子供の時、母は僕を泳がせました. When I was a child, my mother forced me to swim. I actually wanted to swim. My grandmother lived by a lake, so we went swimming a lot, but I just figured I'd use this sentence. The next one is going to
I wish they forced me to swim. 子供の時、母は僕を勉強させました。Sapporo is also good. Sapporo.
They lived by a lake, so we...
Wait, what's Sapporo? Sapporo. So, I think now... Hokkaido. Sapporo is in north. I think city in Hokkaido. I think the north part is it more green? I think more greenery is in Sapporo. This Hokkaido, I think, yeah, Hokkaido is better. Not better. I think is more greenery than the rest. I think I saw a map. Wait. No, it has the cleanest air. Cleanest. No, cleanest air quality city in Japan. Japan index. Oh, Hokkaido. Yes, Hokkaido. That's what I saw. Yes. Obihiro. If I go to Japan, I'll definitely go here in the north, in Hokkaido. Hokkaido. So yeah, if I go like in a university, Japanese university or something, Hokkaido is better. What's there in Hokkaido? Flower lily of the valley. Kaku. Sapporo. No, it is a very good. It is a city. It has mountains. Snow, of course, it has to be cold. But anyways, yeah, let's just do a little bit of Anki now. Okay, I don't think we'll continue this now. I don't think I'll be able to finish it today. So I understand. I think I understand causative. Causative, I understand. You can ski. There is mountains. There is a lot of snow. It's in the north, of course. It's close to Russia also. You can ski. So Sapporo, Hokkaido is here. All of this is Hokkaido, no? Okay, a lot of snow. Maybe I don't like snow, a lot of snow. I don't like cold. I like snow, but I don't like cold weather. Oh, what's this? Hot spring? Kaido. River with snow. Summer, but in the summer, that's all snow. A green area. I want to see green areas. I like greenery. Midori. Then maybe the north of Honshu is also good. Not as cold as Hokkaido, but very green of north of Honshu. Obiro and Hokkaido are the cleanest air quality. And Honshu. And you can eat delicious sushi also, of course, in Hokkaido. North of Honshu. Which one is Honshu? Honshu, wait, all of this is Honshu? Honshu is the main island. Wait, so you are saying that Sapporo is the island, or Hokkaido is island, the main island, and Fukuoka the other island. And this is Honshu, and north of Honshu, Aomori, which is also green. Ooh, it's better than green. It's white. It's pink also. This is Sakura, I think. Okay, bro, my dream is to the big four islands of Japan: Honshu, Kyushu, Hokkaido, Kyushu, and Shikoku. Wait, the fourth? Which one is the fourth one? So this is the main island, Renshu. This is Hokkaido. This is Russia, I think. And this one is Fukuoka. This one is... Wait, let's write them, okay? Kyushu. Kyushu. Is this one, Fukuoka. Okay, and we have Shikoku. Shikoku. This one. Shikoku. And Tokyo, where is Tokyo? Tokyo. This is Kyoto, Nagoya, Tokyo. Tokyo is here. Okay, it's the main island. So Kagawa, Kochi. So yeah, bro, like to go to there in Japan. My dream is to start from here, make a travel and start from, where is the lowest point? Which is the lowest point? This is China. Toshima. Okinawa, lowest point is Okinawa. Okinawa. Where is it? Which one is Okinawa? Oh, okay. Okinawa is an island. Wait, yeah, but where is it on them? Ah, there it is, Okinawa. This is Okinawa. So we start tropical island. We start from Okinawa. We go Amami. Yeah, my dream, I think I will do this one day. And start from Okinawa and go to walk, not to walk, but to travel, like normal travel. With car, with train. And to travel across the whole Japan. From Okinawa to Kagoshima, Fukuoka, Hiroshima. And this one also. Travel like the whole country, across the whole land, and make videos like, you know, Bold and Bankrupt, Sendai, Akita, Omori, until we reach the highest point. This is Russia, I think. Ah, it's Russia. Until we reach Wakkanai. This is my goal. Asa. But I think when we reach day 1000, even before day 1000, I will go to Japan and learn there. Once I finish, like, reach a good level, yeah, this will be the goal. But anyways, from now, what we learned from Genki, I think we learned a lot of things, okay? If you come to Tokyo, I can guide you. Of course, bro. Zikurei, 0K Gyudon. I will definitely need a guide for sure. So of course I will ask you to guide. Thank you very much. We'll see. Definitely I will plan something. We keep going, okay? So until we also gain a lot of followers also. And I will show you Bold and Bankrupt. My dream from this Bold and Bankrupt. I really enjoy watching Bold and Bankrupt. So my dream is to become like Bold and Bankrupt. He travels with his camera and he just go to different countries, you know, but I don't want to go to a lot of countries, only to Japan and China also. China, 2 countries. So he went to Japan also. Tokyo. So the goal of this channel, of this journey, is also to be like Bold and Bankrupt.
In the year 1600,
he's also
William Adams was shipped.
He's also very funny. I think if you want to travel the entire of Japan, you need to briefly leave the country, probably to South Korea, because the maximum without a working visa is 90 days, I think. But you can extend, though. You can extend.
Wrecked on the shores of a mysterious nation on the edge of the known world. Thus, inadvertently, he became the first Englishman ever to visit Japan.
Wait, to Cypriot visa to Japan. Appointment is required before visiting the embassy. Please contact. Okay, anyways. But what about the visa? Click here for general info. Visa application procedures. Wait, do I need a visa? Prepare or yeah. Anyways, I'm not going to travel now. It's later. I will look look it up later. But anyways, we are almost done with, and I will definitely ask 0K for guidance. I'll need to make friends also from native friends for sure. I can't go on my own. Let's just do some Anki. Let's just do some Anki now. Okay. I will look up the visa later also. Ototo san wa oikutsu desu ka? Ototo san wa oikutsu desu ka? Wait. Oikutsu desu ka? Oikutsu desu ka? Otou san wa oikutsu desu ka? 15歳です。
弟さんはおいくつですか？
おいくつですか？
15歳です。
15歳です。That's nodo, throat, nodo. Wait, kubi is neck and nodo is throat from inside.
喉。
nodo. 弟さんは銀行で働いています。My younger brother works in a 銀行。
弟は銀行で働いています。
洗濯機、ウォッシングマシン。洗濯機。医者。インフルエンザです。お風呂に入らないでください。
インフルエンザです。お風呂に入らないでください。
一人で行きます。病院へ行きます。一人で病院へ行きます。
一人で病院へ行きます。
一人で病院へ行きます。この絵にらないでください。この絵に Don't touch. Touch. To touch is 触らないでください。この絵に触らないでください。
この絵に触らないでください。
Hello, pretentious. How is it going? How are you? So we were just talking about the islands of Japan. Oishii ryori desu ne. 全部自分で作りましたか？はい。Are you glad you joined the Discord? Pretty good. Just waking up. So 0K is going to sleep now, and Pretentious just woke up. Are you glad you joined the Discord? What do you mean, 0K? I don't understand. Oishii ryori desu ne. 全部自分で作りましたか？
おいしい料理ですね。全部自分で作りましたか？
はい。
犬と公園を散歩します。
犬と公園を散歩します。
犬と公園を散歩します。1月は雨があるないです。悪くないです。1月は雨が少しないです。少ないです。
1月は雨が少ない
雨が
です。
少ないです。1月は雨が少ないです。姉 or 姉。
財布。
Wait, 財布。Older sister. 財布、of course. 1日に3回飲んでください。3回 something を飲んでください。
1日に3回薬を飲んでください。
薬を。1日に3回薬を飲んでください。薬を looks like 楽しい but without the grass. It is 楽しい but without the grass. 楽しい where is 楽しい楽しい I wrote 楽しいIt is 楽しい but without the grass above its head. So not fun. 薬を it's not fun to drink. So 1日に3回薬を飲んでください。読んでください。問題を読んでください。問題を読んでください。
問題を読んでください。
問題を読んでください。体の調子が良くないです。
体の調子が良くないです。
体の調子が良くないです。今朝5時に起きました。今朝5時に起きました。遠いです。眠いです。
今朝5時に起きました。
眠いです。
眠いです。
眠いです。1週間に1回洗濯します。1週間に1回洗濯します。
1週間に1回洗濯します。
洗濯します。来月大阪へ転勤します。
来月大阪へ転勤します。
来月大阪へ転勤します。無理なダイエットは良くないです。無理なダイエットは良くないです。How's the studying been going today? Looks like you've been streaming for a while, for 2.5 hours almost. Yes, we did very good. I think I understood very well the causative sentences. Tearu also. We did tearu. We did tehoshi also. And I think I understand them very well. But the problem is, so I did Genki 2 times now, almost. Tomorrow, maybe tomorrow or after tomorrow, we finish with Genki again, second time. But the problem is, I need to practice. Like, I can getting pretty close to the end of the playlist. Tomorrow or after tomorrow, we finish the playlist. Okay, I just checked it. Without a working or studying visa, people from the EU can come to Japan for maximum 90 days. Counter of days will be set to 0 after a period of has passed since your first day in Japan. So no extension. Is there no we cannot extend. It's a long time, 180 days between the first visits. No extensions possible. 180 days between the between the after the first day passed is a long time. It's 6 months. But anyways, what I was saying is that okay, I recognize all of the grammar points that we did in Genki, but the problem is I need to use them, to actually use them and to practice, like write them, do drills, maybe speak also. So I feel like I understand everything, but I will definitely forget them soon. So I need to start using them, right? Do drills. Let's say you are 48 days in Japan and travel back to Cyprus. It would take another 132 days for the time to reset to 0. That's... Why is there such a complicated rule? Why do you need 180 days to reset to 0? It's weird. Maybe it's not weird. Maybe it's for safety, but I don't know. Murina, it's hard. It's complicated. So how many days do you think you can travel the whole country? Japan. How big is Japan? How big is Japan? Probably because Ehan is almost half a year. It's 6 months. 6 months. So how long does it take to travel? Can you travel the whole of Japan in 90 days? Wait, how big? How long is Japan? 3 and 800 kilometers. Wait, this is the Japanese island covers approximately 381 square meters, and from north to south it's 4,000 kilometers. 4,000 kilometers. Bro, 4,000 kilometers is a lot. Probably because... So if I compare it to Cyprus, okay, Cyprus... how long? Because if you go from here to Limassol to another city, it's 90 kilometers. It's 90 kilometers. Japan is 4,000 kilometers. How long is Cyprus? 225 kilometers. From northeast is the maximum north from the, and you never travel from there to there, is no, from the north to the south is 100 kilometers. 41 the size of Cyprus. 100 kilometers, and Japan is 4,000 kilometers. So wait, okay, let's put in the Google Maps. So you can actually run across Cyprus in one day. So from north until south, it's where is Larnaca? From here, from this is the road. This is the official road, okay? From here to here, from here to here is 100 kilometers. You can run this in one day. You can run in one day, in 10 hours. And Fidias, do you know Fidias? Fidias, this guy, member of the European Parliament. So he ran from here, from Kerinya to Larnaca in 10 hours or 12 hours, which is crazy. Japan is 41 times bigger. So I don't know, can you do it in 90 days? But maybe with a car, maybe with the trains also, maybe you can do it. So from Okinawa, where is Okinawa? This is Okinawa. From Okinawa until Wakkanai. Maybe you can do it in 2 times. But anyways, let's just finish this one. Murana daieto wa yoku nai desu.
無理なダイエットは良くないです。
無理な unreasonable. 無理なダイエットは良くないです。An unreasonable diet isn't good. I know this one. Hana, nose, hana.
鼻、
nose, hana. 歯が痛いです。
歯が痛いです。
歯が痛いです。I think I remember reading that Japan is just slightly smaller than California. How big is California? Smaller than California? California. Bro, by the way, the United States is big, is very big. It's like... It is smaller, it is smaller. The United States is a whole continent. Wait, there is a map. Wait. Real map, real size. The true size of the maps. Yeah, I know how it works. Clear. So this is Japan, okay? Japan. This is California. No, Japan is bigger. My AI estimates, depending on how much you want to visit, it would take 4 to 6 weeks. So you can't do it. You can't do it in 90 days. You can't travel across Japan in 90 days. It's more than enough. 90 days is just more than enough. It is, yeah, it is more than enough because you travel with train also. Train and airplane. So you don't need to go to South Korea. Also Cyprus. Let's check out Cyprus. Showed me only the green line. So the whole Cyprus. Wait, it cuts Cyprus in half. That's very not. They cut Cyprus in half. They don't show the whole country. Northern Cyprus, mission. So this is Cyprus, okay. This is Cyprus. This is New York. It's the size of New York. Let's just pretend it's it's a little bigger. It's like a fish. It's like a fish. It's smaller than Tokyo. No, it's as big as Tokyo. Okay. That's good. It's as big as Tokyo. And this is just the half of the country. Okay, it's like Tsukushima, Fukuoka. But it's very small. Why would it be cut in half? I don't know much about size. Yeah, because it's occupied. The other half is occupied, but they don't say that it's occupied. They say that it's North Cyprus. There is no North Cyprus. So this is the UN buffer zone, okay? Clear the map. This is the UN buffer zone. This is the buffer zone, okay? This part is occupied. And this part is the free part. It's occupied by Turkish. The Turkish from 74. But it is not recognized. Is it not? It's not recognized, and it shouldn't be North Cyprus. There is no North Cyprus. It's there. Here it said North Cyprus, kind of like Ireland. Yeah, exactly the same as Ireland. But North Ireland, I think, is it recognized? Ireland. But Ireland, they show. Okay, it's also, yeah. It's like Northern Ireland. But I don't know. I don't know if Northern Ireland is recognized everywhere. But Northern Cyprus Cyprus is not recognized. It shouldn't be Northern Cyprus. It should not be Northern Cyprus. Because no one recognizes it as a country. It's not a country. It's an illegal occupation. And when you say Cyprus, it should be shows the whole island, not just this one. The whole. This is an illegal occupation. But anyways, it's a big problem. It's not going to be fixed now. The north is part of the UK. The Northern Ireland is part of the UK. Yes, Northern Irish. I think Irish people. Northern Ireland. I think Irish people also don't like their country to be called Northern Ireland and Ireland. They would prefer to have the whole country called Ireland. Google Maps. Okay. Ireland. Northern Ireland. It's the whole island. Is exactly the same position as Cyprus. I think Irish people want Belfast. Yeah, is it Belfast? It is Belfast. And I think it happened. There are wars happened in Belfast. So it is occupied. It's the same, exactly the same as this one. Northern. It's not Northern Cyprus. It's occupied, illegal occupied part. So the island of Ireland should be complete from Cork to Belfast. And this is Dublin. Ireland is also a very nice country, very green. And yeah, there was a lot of fighting over there called the Troubles. I remember reading a little bit about it. I don't know a ton about it though. Washerman, there was a Japanese Mr. Washerman who went to Ireland also. He studied English in Mr. Washerman. He studied English in Ireland. Going to Ireland would be very nice. Ireland is one of the countries I want to go. So this guy, Mr. Washerman, he went to Ireland. I don't know where he is now. I am Mr. Washerman. He helped me a lot in the beginning. He showed me a lot. He showed me how to write my first Japanese sentence. He went to Ireland, studied English. He didn't like Ireland though. He likes Tokyo more. He likes Japan more. It's very boring, he said. There is not much stuff, but in Japan there are so many activities, he said. They keep you entertained. But Ireland is boring a bit, he said. Well, that's what he said, not me. Which is why a majority of people in Northern Ireland voted for staying in the EU. Because they were afraid of being cut off from their Irish friends. Of course, yeah, because they are Irish. They're not English. And they don't want to be part of the... I don't know. Yeah, I think they don't want to be part of the UK. The Irish people. But I don't know. I'm not sure. But definitely you cannot call it Northern Ireland. Part of the UK. It's just one island. Why would you cut it in half? Should be one whole island, one whole country. But anyways, we cannot solve the problem now. We have two problems. Cyprus problem and Ireland problem. But the problem about Cyprus is that Cyprus is the only country that has the capital, which is Nicosia. Nicosia cut in half. So this is the capital, okay? This is Nicosia. This is the old walls of Nicosia. And it's the only capital in Europe that is cut in half. This is the UN buffer zone. This is the UN buffer zone. And this whole is Nicosia. Here is the Turkish area, and here is the Greek area, or the Cyprus area. Also, Turkish from this area are allowed to come in and get a passport. So this is Cyprus for whole Cyprus, for all of the Cypriots. There are Turkish Cypriots and there are Greek Cypriots. Like Berlin was. Well, there used to be Berlin also, yes. Until they broke the wall. But here there is no wall, there is just UN buffer zone. So here, this buffer zone is empty. There are buildings, old buildings, and it's just empty. And there are UN soldiers. There are UN soldiers, okay, UN admission zone. There are UN soldiers here, and there are Cypriot soldiers here, and there are Turkish soldiers here. When I was a soldier, I was put here. Not on this area, but another area. I was put somewhere. I was put here, if I recall correctly. Where is my school? Next to my school, basically. Not here. I was put. Where is my school? I was put here, somewhere here. No, not here. Here, Harmony. This is my house, okay. And I was put here, next to my house, near to my house, here. Yes, my guess, most Cypriots, whether they are speaking Turkish or Greek, don't see themselves as Greek or Turkish. They see themselves as Cypriot. Yes. This is really interesting. I've never heard about this before. And I read the news regularly. Because it's probably a small country. No one cares about. But yeah, this is Nicosia. This is all of Nicosia. And it's cut in half. But hopefully one day, we can go there and they can come here and it becomes one, you know. It's better to not have borders. Why do you have borders? It's just one country. So you walk this street, which is very beautiful street. Okay. And then you reach here and it's you cannot go. No, you can go there, but you have to cross the borders. But it would be nice to go there without crossing the border, you know, showing your passport and that, all of that. It's not nice. Yeah, that's how we live. 歯が痛いです。歯が痛いです。My tooth hurts. 財布。1日に3回。It looks like Tanoshi, which with grass on its head, which is 薬を。薬を飲んでください。1日に3回薬を飲んでください。
1日に3回薬を飲んでください。
薬を飲んでください。今朝5時に起きました。眠いです。今
朝5時に起きました。眠いです。
病院へ行きます。友達に子供が生まれました。
友達に子供が生まれました。
Born. My friend had a baby. 友達に子供が生まれました。友達と約束があります。約束があります。 寒い。寒い cold? 寒い。寒い。寒い。It is 寒い。はあそこです。階段はあそこです。
階段はあそこです。
あそこです。階段はあそこです。黒いセーターを着ます。
黒いセーターを着ます。
黒いセーターを着ます。切手をあめています。集めています。
集めています。
collect 集める。collect 切手を集めています。お金を貸してください。
お金を貸してください。
お金を貸してください。お腹。公園で花見をします。
公園で花見をします。
公園で花見をします。20回。
20歳。
20歳。Of course. Wait, I thought it was elevator. Floor. I thought it was a floor. 20歳。20 years old. Sai. That's Sai. 切手を集めています。
切手を集めています。
切手を集めています。20歳。Okay, let's just do G-Lab quickly.
逃げていきますよ。
逃げていきますよ。Run away.
全然大丈夫じゃありませんでしたよ。
全然大丈夫じゃありませんでしたよ。He didn't look good at all. 僕は
君のこと
何も知ら
ないんだな。
僕は君のこと何も知らないんだな。僕は君のこと何も知らないんだな。
みんな私のことどう思ってるんだろう。
みんな私のことどう思ってるんだろう。みんな私のことどう思ってるんだろう。I wonder what everyone's thinking about me. みんな私のことどう思ってるんだろう。
帰ってきませんね。
帰ってきませんね。帰ってきませんね。So it's their form plus 来る。てくる。Are you going back home? Are you returning home? Don't return home? You don't return home, do you? Okay. Let's do it again.
僕を殺せば全てが終わる。
僕を殺せば全てが終わる。If you kill me, everything will end.
飲み物忘れた。買ってくる。
飲み物忘れた。買ってくる。I forgot the drinks. I'll go buy and come back.
笑っちゃうわよね。
笑っちゃうわよね。笑っちゃうわよね。They are laughing, aren't they? They laugh, don't they?
すべてがわかる。
すべてがわかる。すべてがわかる。I understand everything.
誰でもいいよ。
誰でもいいよ。Everyone is fine. Anyone is okay.
ごめんなさい。
ごめんなさい。Sorry.
誰もいない恐ろしい世界で。
誰もいない恐ろしい世界で。誰もいない恐ろしい世界で。We live in a world where 誰もいない恐ろしい世界で。We live in a scary world where no one... No. It's a scary world where no one lives in. Scary world where no one lives in.
俺が誰だか。分かったか。
俺が誰だか分かったか。Did you understand who I am?
仕事の時間だ。
仕事の時間だ。It's time for work. 仕事の時間だ。
味わったことがあるのか。
味わったことがあるのか。Have you tasted this before?
こんばんは。
こんばんは。Good night.
この男何を考えている。
この男何を考えている。
大丈夫。
大丈夫。
僕がいる。
大丈夫。僕がいる。
無理しなくていい。
無理しなくていい。無理しなくていい。 Don't force yourself. Don't force yourself. Don't force yourself.
俺が言いたいのはあれだ。
俺が言いたいのはあれだ。俺が言いたいのはあれだ。俺が言いたいのはあれだ。I said That's what I said? Or what I want to say is this. What I want to say is this. 俺言いたい。I want to say.
自分に
自分に何がで
何ができる
きるかを
かをずっと考
ずっと考
えていた。
えていた。自分に何ができるかをずっと考えていた。I was thinking about this the whole time. No. The whole time I was thinking what I can do myself. Thinking about what I can do myself.
僕を殺せば全てが終わる。
僕を殺せば全てがわかる。終わる。僕を殺せば全てが終わる。
帰ってきませんね。
帰ってきませんね。You don't go home, don't you? You don't return home.
誰でもいいよ。
誰でもいいよ。Anyone is okay.
俺が言いたいのはあれだ。
俺が言いたいのはあれだ。What I wanted to say is this. あれだ。僕は国 that's country. 供給によって別れた人たちについて聞くと心が痛いです。皆さんにWait, what's that? 平和に住んでほしいです。I don't understand that, Yuki. That's a long sentence I don't understand. Wait. My heart pains. Okay. My heart hurts when I hear about people divided by borders. I want everyone to live in peace.
僕は国境によって別れた人たちについて聞くと心が痛いです。
心が痛い。
皆さんに平和に住んでほしいです。
皆さんを平和 is peace. I've seen 平和 before. 平和に住んでほしいです。I want everyone to see. 欲しい。住んでて plus 欲しい。We just did it today. 住んでほしい。平和 means peace. This is a very good sentence. 僕は
国境によって別れた人たちについて聞くと心が痛いです。皆さんに平和に住んでほしいです。
てほしい。I want someone and want everyone to live in peace. 住んでほしいです。So, 僕は極固。What does 極固? 極固 means borders. Border. 極固。Okay. 僕は極固によって別れた人たちについて聞くと心が痛いです。皆さんに平和に住んでほしいです。極固 borders. This is a very nice sentence. I want to learn it. Wait, what I want to say is this. Yeah, okay. Congratulations done with Anki. Let's just post it here. By the way, Covelio. Yeah, Covelio, hello. Covelio, how is it going? I just wanted to mention your sword just now. This is a very cool sword. I just want to write this sentence here also. A very cool sword, Copelio. How is it going? So yeah, today I worked a lot, so I just came back and I will be studying. Good luck, good luck. Gambarimasu. Gambatte. So yeah, what's the difference between here? We have a question here, Yuki. Hello, 3 Isaac. What's the difference between here and here? Yeah, the sword is super fun. I am holding it all the time. I envy you. In a good way, I think. I mean, here, holding sword is the best feeling. And why Yuki, what's the difference between here and why hey? Hewa and Wahe. Hewa and Wahe, yeah, I don't know. What's the difference. Hewa. This is Hewa, no? Hewa and Wahe. And Wahe. Maybe it's the same. Hewa. This is Hewa, okay. And this is Wahe. Wow, I don't know the difference. Let's check it on Jisho. Okay, Jisho. Hewa. Even flat piece. Harmony, Japanese style. This is washitsu. It's like washitsu. So it's wa. This is the wa. So this is he wa. Wa. So if we write washitsu, okay, washitsu. Washitsu is the same kanji. Hewa. And he means even or flat. Hewa. Japanese style. Or wahe is also piece. It's the same. They are the same. So both hewa and wahe can be translated to peace, but they are used in slightly different context. Hewa refers to general peace or peaceful conditions, such as the absence of war or conflict, and is often used to describe a state of harmony or tranquility in society, the world, or even within individuals. Examples: Hewa na sekai, a peaceful world. Wahe specifically refers to peace negotiations or peace treaties, the formal or diplomatic efforts to end conflict, typically between nations or groups. Example: Wahe kosho, peace talks or peace negotiations. So hewa is a broader term for peace in a general sense, while wahe is more specific to the peace process or agreements between parties. Okay, so that's the answer. So that is what GPT helped me a lot. Okay, so this is the difference. Another interesting word to look up might be kyowa, the current Japanese calendar era. Wait, by the way, the Japanese have different calendar. I got a similar result. Wahe is the absence of war, and hewa is a more state of harmony. Is rewa? Rewa, what is rewa? Rewa is the current and 232 era of the official calendar of Japan. It began May 2019, the day on which Emperor Akihito's eldest son, Naruhito, ascended to the throne as the day before. So wait, it's 7. Reiwa is current Japanese year. Reiwa is a Japanese calendar. They have different calendar. Wait, what do you mean? It started from 2019. The official calendar. It began the day on which. Wait, it began. How is it 232 era and began in 2000? Yes, the calendar starts with every new emperor at 0. Every new emperor at 0. Wait, I don't understand. So 2019. Wait, Japan have an emperor now? How did it start on 2019? I don't understand. Years in Japanese can be written 2 ways. The Western way and the traditional way. The traditional way is Reiwa, apparently. But I don't understand why it started in 2019. This is the Reiwa. Reiwa. Okay. Yeah, I need to look more into Japanese calendar. Look at DC. I got my phone turned in Japanese calendar and language. Second month, third month. So we have 3 of February, okay. And it's 7th year, the year above. So Reiwa, it's 7th year of Reiwa now. So Reiwa, 7th year, Kotoshi, Nana Kotoshi, under the hours, yes. Okay, so Reiwa was chosen as a name for the era. They put a lot of thought into picking out a word. Okay, that sounds interesting. Let's see what YouTube has to say. Reiwa. I need a better. I need a more explanation. Like, how does it work? How does Reiwa work? How does Reiwa work? So it's 7. So before 2019, what was it? What was Reiwa? What was the calendar before 2019?
Want
I
to
don't
speak
understand.
real Japanese from your first lesson? Sign up for
era as in beginning. Have you ever heard of a Japanese imperial era? The new imperial era is beginning. Have you ever heard of a Japanese?
What happened?
Want to speak real Japanese from your
Imperial era is beginning. Have you ever heard of a Japanese imperial era? To present the years as in calendars, both the
Meiji 2000 show. Every emperor makes a motto for their reign. That's usually what the era will be called. So Meiji was between 868 until 1912. Taisho was between 89 until 2019 was Heisei. And Reiwa is now 19 until now. So wait, Japan has an emperor now? Called Reiwa?
common era calendar and an imperial year calendar are used in Japan. You might have heard the name of our current imperial.
These are Weiji. These are always had emperors. Today.
Year calendar are used in Japan. You might have heard the name.
Wait, who is the emperor of Japan now? Who is the emperor of Japan today? Naruhito. Naruhito is the emperor? It still has... So this guy... This is the emperor. Naruhito. Wait. So before Naruhito... this is Reiwa. This is Reiwa. Is emperor from 2019. For example, for example, Assassin's Creed Shadow will be in era Edo. Meiji, before Meiji. 300 years? No, 200 years for Edo. Nowadays, the role of the emperor is mostly ceremonial, though. But he's still an emperor. But yeah, maybe he doesn't have power, no? So when Naruhito or Reiwa, his name is Reiwa, no? Let's just check what she has to say.
Current imperial era, Heisei, and probably the preceding ones as well. Showa, Taisho, Meiji. These are all names of the Japanese imperial eras since 1868, which are comprehensively called Gengo, or sometimes Nengo. Using eras to count years is a system adopted from ancient China. The first known era of Japan was Taika, which began in the year 645 AD. Historically, names of eras have been renewed at certain events, such as unfortunate incidents, including natural disasters, or in a call for celebration. The crowning of a new emperor was also one of the reasons to change the era name. When the Meiji era began, as the Edo period ended in 1868, an imperial edict was issued to apply one era name to one emperor. This is called the rule of Issei Ichigen, meaning one generation, one name. A new law was enacted in 1979, the 54th year of the Showa era, to assign a new era when a crown prince succeeds to an imperial throne. It allowed only a prince with a direct bloodline from the emperor to be named as the new emperor at the death of a sitting one. The imperial eras are widely and commonly used in official documents, calendars, and they are also engraved on Japanese coins. Now, how is the name of an era chosen? Here are some basic conditions for choosing an appropriate name. Names not used in other countries. Represents Japan's ideology. Originated in classics. Characters with graceful appearance and depth.
The name, I think once someone said that they used a lot of thought to... They put a lot of thought into picking out a word. So it's not the name of the emperor. They just think of a new word. I thought Reiwa, so Naruhito is the name of the emperor, and Reiwa is just the name of the new calendar. So I thought Reiwa is the name, is his name.
In meaning. Easy to pronounce.
Characters
are simple and easy to write and or read. The long-anticipated new name for the upcoming new imperial era was revealed on April 1st, 2019. Chief Cabinet Secretary Mr. Suga announced it, and the
Let's just say they wouldn't allow Shin-chan to pick the era name.
signed the cabinet order promulgating the new era name. Japan's era will transition from Heisei to Reiwa, as the Crown Prince Naruhito will ascend to the throne on May 1st at midnight. Reiwa is the 248th era since the first recorded era, Taika. Reiwa can be interpreted in several ways, but the official statement explains that the two kanji characters were chosen from Manyoshu, which is the oldest existing collection of Japanese poetry, compiled around 780 AD. 初春の霊月にして、日よく風和らぎ、梅は狂前の子を開き、蘭は背後の子を香らす。Pleasant and happy month during springtime. Gentle wind is breezing through. Japanese plums are blossoming like makeup powder blowing in the wind by the mirror.
One day I want to write poems, you know? I want to learn to read and write poems in Japanese.
And the scent of orchids enveloping me entirely. This poetry is a part of a literature describing the beauty of Japanese plums blossoming in the spring.
I want to learn to write poets in English also.
each from the word
Haiku
or
are not
phrase
that difficult to write,
deigetsu,
actually.
meaning pleasant, happy month,
Haiku.
and kazeyawaragi, meaning gentle wind, that appear in this poetry, were selected to
What
create
is
the
haiku?
new name, Deiwa, for our new era. Prime Minister Abe has
Poems.
emphasized...
Haiku is a form of poetry. It's not hard. It's not that difficult to write.
that these
I will-
characters also imply
I will learn for sure then. I will learn it for sure.
that people are coming together in harmony, creating and nurturing our culture. This new era transition is not particularly traditional. First and foremost, it's the first time in modern Japanese history that the throne will be succeeded with the sitting emperor still alive. This early succession was decided due to the emperor's old age, which made it difficult for him to continue with his imperial duties. Another non-traditional element is that the name of the new era was announced 1 month prior to its implementation. This planned transition to a new era made it possible for people to prepare for the change. A sudden change of the imperial era may cause confusion for companies and institutions that commonly use the imperial year calendar, due to the large amount of changes, such as in the system required for the transition. To minimize such negative impacts of the transition, the name of the new era was released 1 month in advance. Lastly, the name Deiwa is based on Japanese classic literature for the first time ever. Before this one, the sources of the era names had traditionally been words and phrases from Chinese classics, which have greatly influenced...
Poem segmented in 3 parts. First part must be 5 syllables. Second part must be 7 syllables. And last part... So haiku. So yeah, one thing that... So very interesting. So I never knew that Japan still have emperor. So they still have emperors. So poems, one thing that I want to focus on life, not only in Japanese, but in other languages, in Greek, in English, I want to focus on poems. Writing poems is very important. I discovered recently. I want to improve my vocabulary. Want to have one GLPT and 4 question to check yourself. Having fun with those. Of course. Send as many challenges or questions as possible. Because, as I was saying earlier, I need, because I almost finished with N4, but I need to practice. I need to do drills. Choose the correct word to complete the sentence. Ashita, amega, kamoshiremasen. Kamoshiremasen. Ashita, amega, kamoshiremasen. What's this? Furu, futte, fuchiranai, and furimasu. Ashita, amega furu, kamoshiremasen. Futte kamoshiremasen. Furanai kamoshiremasen. And furimasu. It's definitely not furimasu. And it's definitely not furanai. It's between amega, and it's definitely not furite. Okay, it's furu. It has to be furu. My language filter, it's furu. Correct. You put the emoji also. In this sentence, you need the plain form of the verb because it's followed by kamoshiremasen, which expresses possibility. You cannot add furimasu because it has mas, and you cannot say furimasu ka kamoshiremasen. Furimasu kamoshiremasen, you cannot. Must be in the end of the sentence. Furinai also you cannot because it's a negative form. Furinai, you cannot say two negative. Furite also cannot because it has. And furu is the only possible way. Followed by kamoshiremasen. which expresses possibility. Furu means to fall as in rain. And in this context, it fits perfectly with the idea that it might rain tomorrow. It's so funny. You can use OpenChatGPT and ask it me questions from GPL4. Yes, this is what what Onyaman also told me. I need to study with GPT. Answer and explanation later. Amazing. I will definitely incorporate GPT for sure. After we finish with Genki tomorrow. Tomorrow or after tomorrow we finish with Genki. I will ask GPT to train me, to give me exercises and practice. So because I did Genki now, I did all of the grammar points, but I need to put it to work, you know? I need to use it in sentences, in scenarios, and speak. So I'll see what I can do with GPT also. But as for now, imawa, I think we end it here. We did a lot of things. We learned a lot of things. We learned a lot of things today. A haiku I just made. Haiku, focus on haiku also. Ask GPT to write us a haiku. Natsu no ike kaeru. Natsu no ike kae ga nakuyogoku atsui guki. Wait, I don't understand. Natsu no ike, what does ike means pond, and kaeru means frog, and naku means yogona, like pond. Ike means pond. Yes, I saw it in Shinchan. Just be careful about trusting it fully. I just judge GPT on occasion, and it will blatantly lie if it doesn't know the answer. Instead of just saying it doesn't know, it will lie then, huh? It will lie. So you must not rely on GPT fully, you know, you're saying. I used GPT a lot of times. I don't know. Sometimes I understand when I know, because I know the topic I'm looking for, and I understand when it doesn't give me a correct answer. So, but in Japanese, I cannot understand if it gives me a wrong answer or a correct. Should be fine. Yeah, because if you know the answer, you will be fine. But if you don't know the answer, you don't know if it's lying or not. A pond in the summer, the frogs croak. Very warm. I've had it tell me incorrect things about Japanese many times. I think it's a useful resource, but I don't remember it until you can tell when it's giving you correct information. Yes, if you don't recommend until you know what you are looking for. When I look for topics that I know, I sort of know the what the answer should be. I know if it's making a mistake or not. But if you don't know, sorry, no problem, we can understand. If you don't know the answer, it's a problem. You don't know if it's lying to you or not. Don't use AI to explain grammar. It's mostly gibberish. But AI is very good at making naturally sounding sentences. I'll see where we can do. Maybe I will use GPT on stream and we can understand. People will help. You will help, guys. You guys will help. And we try to recognize if it's correct or not. They are not that difficult. Short words are. Summer pond, frogs are croaking. It's very hot. So this is a haiku. This is a simple haiku. No, I don't need. I need to write haiku. I need to write haiku. I will read a lot of but by the way, yeah, poems, as I said before, not only in Japanese. My goal is to focus a lot on poems, English, Greek, and I want to write poems in different languages. That would be very nice. Natsu no ike, summer pond. Frogs are... What are frogs? Frogs croak.
カエルが
Kaeru is a frog. Kaeru is a frog. So nice. Yeah, I think we learned a lot of things today. We wrap it up. Okay. Let's remind me, Ghost of Tsushima has haiku, but apparently there are actually another type of poetry and not haiku. Ghost of Tsushima have haiku. By the way, yeah, Ghost of Tsushima would be very nice to play. I can't wait to play Ghost of Tsushima. I have it on PlayStation here, PlayStation 5. So I will definitely check it out. It has poem, of course. It will definitely will have old language, old Japanese, which would be very interesting. It would be fun to play. It will be very fun to play. Wait, so haiku, what does a haiku actually mean? Haiku. Haiku means poem, form of poetry. It's a form of poetry. It is a type of short poetry.
Haiku
is a type of short poetry that originated in Japan. It's just short poetry. Traditional Japanese haiku consists of 3 phrases composed of 17 morae. So it's not actually large poems. It's just quietly, yellow mountain roses fall. Sound of the... It's just like a few words. Wait, Yuki said it actually. How many? So it's poems segmented in 3 parts. First part must be 5 syllables, second part 7, and last 5. So 5, 7, 5. Again. 3. No, they are always 5, 7, 5. All right, time to actually start my day. Good work today. Thank you very much, Pretentious. I will also go now. And thank you very much for coming by and giving us valuable information. Okay, I need to go to focus on studying. Mata ashita, guys. Mata ashita. I will see you also tomorrow for sure. Mata ashita. And they are always 575. 3 parts, 5 syllables, 7 and 5. Okay, that's good to know. So we learn a new things today. And yeah, I see you tomorrow. I'll see you tomorrow for sure. Thank you for coming by, Yuki. Thank you for your valuable information and valuable insight. Pretentious, Covelio, good luck with your studying. And I'll be here tomorrow for sure. Matashita. Let's write it on YouTube also. Mata ashita.